Here, welcome back to Sustained Overruled. I am back here a second time because of Brooklyn, okay? Brooklyn has me back here. I'm like 2 minutes off, I'm 2 minutes late. But again, as parenting, I did not want to have to push this thing back to 9 p.m. And before I started the live, my daughter was on here giving all my information away. Like literally, she thought I was live. She thought I was live. So she was giving up my name and she was telling people that I'm a lawyer. But luckily, I was not live. So none of that information got on here. All right. So we are getting into ASAP Rally's testimony. Okay. I'm really interested in the testimony. Um, Primarily cross examination. That's what I'm really interested in as far as this portion of the trial is concerned. Apart from RELLI, I'm also interested in Ills and Phillips. Okay, and in those under those when those two testify, I'm primarily interested in cross examination, not so much direct. As far as direct, though, I'd like to know if their testimony is worth more than 15 lines. All right, let us get into it. I don't want to be up late. And big shout out to Jerome. Okay, shout out to Jerome, and then shout out to Diggy. What did you email me, Diggy? I'll take a look now. But let me get this video. Ooh, Friday. I know I said that I plan on taking my Fridays off. Friday we're back because Friday we're gossiping. Big shout out to I think it's Mickey Truth or something along those lines. But shout out to her. Her comments are popping, so we're going to be messy on Friday. What's up, Allie? I was just about to reply to you.
Raise your right hand, please.
Need more
Thank you.
volume.
I'm someone to state that the testimony you've been given, the cause nothing before this court, should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help God.
Gmail.
Thank you. Please take a seat of the witness stand right over there.
Unrelated, but I need to the people that voted for Donald Trump. I don't know. I'm shaking my head right now. I am shaking my freaking head right now. I'll leave it alone. Let me put a pin in it.
Adjust the microphone and tell us your first name. After tell us your name, then spell it for the record.
Terrell Ephraim, TERELLEPHROM.
It's a very single no session. And try to speak into the microphone. All right, Mr. Wellman, the floor is yours.
What one? What is Flash going live again? Because I stopped by his channel around 7 p.m. and it said that he had ended his what is that? His live about an hour prior. What's up, Jason? Jason, why'd you tell those people to change it to subscriber only mode? Did you not want did you not appreciate me? Did you not appreciate me popping up on the chat? Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I showed up. I popped in a little bit. I popped in on because I went to Flash and Flash was not live. I went to Survivor. There was nothing there, and I'm like, okay, where could these people be? So I saw FFS is out there moderating. All right, let me fast forward.
Good afternoon. Do you know the answer?
I hate they need to do something. Something about the sound is not right.
Seated at the table in the tan jacket.
What are they
Yes.
talking? Oh, they started. My bad. Hold on. For folks that used to be friends, I don't know. Yeah, it's sad that this is how things turned out for them. It's really unfortunate, but it also sounded like they had a lot of. It sounded like a tumultuous friendship or relationship.
In the tan jacket.
Yes.
What's his name?
Rocky.
Identify Mr. Mayor.
Rocky Mayor.
Leanne, do you know him by any
Hmm.
other nicknames?
ASAP Rocky. Flocko.
Crazy.
How did you first meet him?
In high school, we grew up together.
How old were you, do you think, when you first met him?
Ellie, how is junior co-counsel doing? Again, I'll reply to your message. What's up, Jason? Look at Jerome. What's up, Jerome? When you say 8, it's 8:53. So what is 8 o'clock?
Probably like 17, 18.
When you first met him, was he a well-known famous rapper?
No.
Okay.
I want to jump ahead to November 6th,
This is gonna sound really random, but the microphones, it sounds like the crackling sounds of crack. I know that's weird, but never mind. I was gonna explain, but let me just leave. I'm gonna leave it alone.
2021, the day of this incident. Do you remember approximately, or do you remember how old you were that day? How old were you on the day that this happened? Do you remember?
Probably 33, 32.
Okay. Would it be fair to say you knew him about maybe 15 years at that point?
Yes.
Over the 15 years that you
Jerome, you're funny. You're funny.
knew him,
Jerome, how have you been? It feels like I've not talked to you in a long time.
were the two of you friends?
Yeah.
What's going
Can
on?
you describe the closeness of your relationship to him?
The whole 15 years.
Yeah, over the course of your relationship, sort of how it started, and then how close you were throughout the 15 years.
Okay, so Flash of the Gods is going live in 6 minutes, okay?
Well, I mean, we started a collective ASAP,
Yeah.
which is a bunch of, how would you call it, like a bunch of people from New York that got different talent.
Man, I'm so sorry, Allie. I'll give you a call. Allie, I know maybe you want to take your mind off things, but if you have to be with your baby, please, be with your baby. But I'll give you a call. It won't be today though, so I'll give you a call tomorrow because I don't want to keep you up, and I don't want to bug you guys. But my thoughts are definitely with you guys. It's tough considering how young she is, and it's tough. I know it's tough as a parent.
I'm nervous.
It's okay. Just take a minute, take a couple deep breaths.
Yeah.
The relationship that you're describing in high school.
Okay, Jerome, what are you missing? Because I can sum it up for you quickly. I can sum it up for you. I'll put the stream, the link. The link is up there if you'd like to come up. But I can sum some of this stuff up for you.
Were the two of you close friends? Like, would you see him every day, or was this sort of a friendship where you knew of him but didn't really know him?
Right.
No, we knew each other.
All right, that's good, Ellie.
We knew each
That's
other
good.
very well. I mean, it was probably like 6 or 7 of us. Probably like 4 of them was rappers.
Do you think you'd see him every day?
Up until he got famous, yeah.
What?
Like a little bit until he got famous.
How,
Do I need headphones? Because I don't like the way it's sounding. But if I get headphones, then I won't be able to use my microphone. I don't know.
how long do you think you knew him before? I know it's hard to peg down exactly when someone becomes famous, but about how long do you think you knew him before he became famous?
Big shout out to Jerome from New York.
Yeah.
These are your people. Word from
Shit,
my
fam.
mother. These your people. These people are from your neck of the woods. What's up, Jerome?
Just chilling. It's been a while. Like you said, it's been a
Been
while.
a while. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
been a
know it's
while.
been a while. Yeah. And I know Flesh, you, Survivor. I mean, y'all all hustling, so we gotta figure that out. I didn't even know Chadiggy. I wanted to see I heard Chadiggy got a channel now and I didn't
Oh,
know
really?
about. I
Diggy,
think
what's your
so.
channel?
I think so. If I'm not mistaken. What else? It's been a lot of good news. There's a lot of
Oh,
things I
that's
forgot
good.
about. It's
Diggy,
Chadiggy and
you need to drop that over here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You'll
I'm
get
pretty
those
sure.
you'll get those subscribers very quickly. Very quickly. So okay, so what have you been doing? Just working?
Yeah, because remember I was sick. Remember I was sick, and
Yeah.
then I went out of town. I went to Charlotte and was doing all of that stuff, and came back and got sick again.
Oh
So I just
no.
got over. Yeah, I just got over that. It probably ain't even been a week. Probably
Sheesh.
like a week ago. Yeah, it's back to back.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
don't. Yeah, so something like they were saying, some stuff was going around because I don't get sick. If I get
Yeah.
sick, then it's got to be something serious.
Yeah, I don't usually get sick, but the last, I don't know, 3 years or whatever, my colleagues have been infecting me with COVID. So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
So
But
how was it? I didn't know your man's y'all must have had a great time because I
because I
thought y'all
disappeared.
y'all was like y'all was almost 2 weeks in. 2 weeks almost seemed like,
Yeah, I disappeared. We'll talk about it. We'll
but it
talk.
was good though. But it was good though. You sound
Yeah,
good.
on Saturday, I was up here crying, acting a goddamn fool on YouTube. I could not contain my emotions, but I'm back to myself. I'm back. I'm gangster, okay?
So what is it? The separation thing was kicking in.
Yeah, I do get separation anxiety. So
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I mean, it's not just that. I think overall, like people that I'm really close to, because
Mm,
even my daughter and I have only been apart twice, okay?
mm,
Once I had to fly to New York City for interviews, and this was like many years ago. She was like, how old was that girl? She was like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. And it was supposed to be I was supposed to be there for 2 nights. I could not make it. I only made it the first night, and that night I could not even sleep on the plane. I was just crying the whole time. um so that's the only time I've been separated from her. The other time, it's like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, my sister was visiting and my daughter was with my sister. So yeah, but I mean, it's the distance. That's what I don't like. So
Is your sister older than you or younger than you?
I have two sisters. I have an older sister and a younger sister, but this specific one, it's my older sister.
Gotcha.
So yeah. All right, but I'm glad to have you back, Jerome from New York.
Glad to have you back. You know,
I know
we
I
all we
done
all we
MIA.
all back, but I guess everybody's doing their thing. So with Chad
Yeah,
Diggy going with Flesh, I know I understand. That's how we
yeah,
met. So we support each other,
right.
everything. So when we all get online, I'm gonna, there's a couple of things I'm pretty sure that they'll put you in like with Class EV and stuff like that, or whatever, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
what
Then we'll
happened
then
over
we'll
there? Tell
then
me
we'll
now.
then we'll figure out of Chadiggy's channel, and we know we love Jazzy, and
They
we
guys are,
always said Jazzy and Ali was supposed to do their thing, but I don't. Guess they still
yeah,
working on
I
it,
know.
but it's gonna be a good year, like we said, 2025.
Yeah,
We met each other. It
right.
seems like we've known each other for a long
I
time,
know.
but we've never even met. And it
I
seems like
know.
we've actually met, but it's a good thing.
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah.
thing.
And I mean, Ellie is having, she's having a rough patch right now. So I'm not gonna say anything unless she wants to share. But
Yeah, but you know what? Just by the little bit that I heard,
yeah,
Allie is Allie, and you from my thing with Allie from the first time that I ever met her on here, because it was on here, is that she is very hands on. and she takes care of her business.
Right.
And
Right.
she's like, she's like, she can handle it. She can
Yeah.
handle it because of whatever is going on. She can handle it, and I guarantee you that she's just the type of person that she gonna handle it regardless.
Right.
We might not
Right.
hear from Allie for when she pops up, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she handled her business first, so
Yeah.
I
That's
know
right.
she got that. I know she got that under control.
That's right.
But
That's
shout
right.
out to Allie and just please be strong, sweetheart, which you are, because she's strong.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never met her, and I can tell she's a very strong woman.
Yeah. Shout out to Allie. Shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's here. Brooklyn
Wait,
says,
what's
"Hi,
up?
Mr.
What's
Jerome."
up, Brooklyn?
Brooklyn has been riding with me though, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I actually did the review today, and y'all, it was basically just you and Brooklyn for the
Just
whole.
it was Brooklyn and I for like almost an hour and a half, and we
Yeah,
were
that's
just,
what it sucked. Yeah, Brooklyn been
yeah.
holding you down for a long time. He been
He
holding you down.
has. He has. Big shout out to
Cause the
Brooklyn.
yeah, the
All right,
daytime
let's
be killing me. I don't be seeing it, but you know you gotta let people get in that algorithm of the daytime if that's what you're gonna do because people be
I
getting it
mean,
in the
I
daytime.
already said that you just have to you have to make sure that your notifications are set up right. Um
Okay.
because under notifications or whatever, you have to make sure that it says all notifications. If you don't sign up for all notifications, then you're not going to get everything. We love you too, Allie and Junior Co-Counsel. All right, let's get into this. Do you have questions about these people from Harlem? Do you have questions, or are you ready to get
Yeah,
into
I
it?
mean, yeah. I
All
want to
right.
see the other guy that comes, the other one, because this guy, the one that's on there right now,
Mhm.
he seems a little timid. I want to see the guy that broke it up, the light skinned guy. That's the testimony that I
Oh,
would love to see.
Ills. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, okay. Let's get into this though, because I've not watched
All right.
this. So
Me
yeah.
either. Me either. This
All
is
right,
new to me too.
all right.
7 years. 7 years.
And over that 7 years, it was a regular occurrence that you would be with him almost every day, correct?
Yeah.
Would you describe him at that time, the beginning of your relationship, as someone that
I could say
was
they don't seem like they from Harlem though. I tell you that.
How can you tell when somebody's from Harlem?
They just don't have the swag. But I guess they're
What?
33, 34, 35. Yeah, they
What?
don't have the swag.
How?
They don't have
Bro,
that Harlem swag though.
how does ASAP Rocky not have swag? What are you talking
Not
about?
from the Harlem swag. I'm saying
Oh no,
Harlem is
I
a
think
totally different. Harlem is totally different. When I grew up, man, we used to
they're
go to
younger than
Harlem
you
on
though.
Saturday nights and stuff, you know. We Harlem was totally different. Everybody from every borough in New York used to go to Harlem just to experience the different part of New York because we were all from New York. But when you go to Harlem,
You're from
it's
New York.
different. It's different. It's totally different. I don't care if you're from Brooklyn, but I don't care where you was from. When you went to Harlem, Harlem was like a different New York. It's totally different. They gave so much swag. Uh, uh, they started like when we used to wear the t-shirts and the hats and stuff to where
Yeah,
we was like, I love New York and the hats for you, the boroughs you were from. All of that
right.
started in Harlem. All that started in Harlem. They started Dapper Dan. Come on.
Yeah, but I
They
mean,
had all that swag. They
listen.
started the swag. Go ahead.
So
I'm sorry.
I don't know how you can say that they don't have swag. They have plenty of swag. Like
No,
even
I'm talking
Dapper,
about the offensive. I'm talking about these guys.
that's what I'm saying. Did you expect them to show up here with like chains and stuff? They're in a courtroom.
No, it's not. It's not even changed. And so
What did you want them? How did you want them to present?
Harlem, they didn't have chains. It was just they was fashion. It wasn't about chains. It
ASAP
was
Rocky is very fashionable. Okay, let me play something. Hopefully, YouTube does not mess with my channel, but let me play something. Hold on. Where? Hold on. Let me find it. There's no way you can tell me that they don't have swag. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Um, hold on.
I can't compare him to nobody else. Who would you compare him to in Harlem?
Who are you talking about? Relly or ASAP Rocky?
Both of them, all of them.
I don't know
They're
how you think these people don't have swag. Listen to this quickly, though. Listen to this. Listen to this. I hope if YouTube takes me down, you guys need to let me know. Send me an email. I want a realawyer@gmail.com. But listen to this. Listen to this. Listen.
Brooklyn's from Brooklyn. Look, Brooklyn.
Listen to this. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. I need to go to my, let me go to my, because that's the wrong one. That's not the right song. I need to go to my, hold on. I think it was 20, is it 2020? Hold on. I think it's 2020. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen to
Mhm.
this. I don't know how or why you think these people don't have swag, but they have plenty of swag. Listen. Listen.
Yo, Papa, you got some fucking Pronto in this motherfucker, man. Y'all niggas, Pronto always dry in this motherfucker. If you're not buying that, then the fuck out. You for some
Pronto.
fucking weirdos. Let me get a I'm gonna chop cheese, Poppy. Chop cheese in a Lucy. This nigga saw me Pronto 3 days ago. I actually ain't got no fucking Pronto. You got some backwoods? Man, you got, man, yeah, for real. You got some backwoods in this nigga? What the fuck? Man, whatever, my nigga. All I know is I keep seeing these niggas out here acting like they're cozy. Been doing this shit. All of a sudden, you see niggas out here sweatsuited up with their nappy ass terry cloth, all that shit, trying to look like the homies. Niggas is not cozy, bro.
They're not cozy.
Shit too low key, man. Nigga, listen, B, I'm coming through cozy, man. These niggas ain't. Listen, I'm coming through with the Playboy boxers.
With a Playboy boxers.
Fit. With the motherfucking, with the old
Of
niggas
course, Brooklyn.
that hold them up and all that. The sock holster.
The sock holster.
Fuck it, like cozy. Too
Cozy.
Yeah, like fuck this niggas do. What y'all niggas talking about, man? Yesterday I came through with the Valentino shorts with the fucking white and red pinstripes on the motherfuckers.
All right.
Real good, goose down bubble jacket with the snorkel squirrel fur top, very cozy.
Too cozy.
Feel me? Cause I had the do rag hanging down.
And I had the do-rag.
Two-tone.
A two-tone do-rag. Listen to that, Jerome.
Flexing on niggas, nigga. My outfit so fly, they had fell asleep before he left the house. Too cold. Niggas acting what my inspiration was. I told them global warming.
Global warming.
Too cold. Fucking cold. You do fucking cozy, my nigga.
They talk about fashion.
I was so motherfucking.
What?
They talking about fashion.
Exactly. So I know why you think these people are
That's
not.
in Harlem. Harlem is on fashion. They
But this
always
is
was for fashion.
this is ASAP Mob. I don't know why you think they don't have swag. They've always had swag.
Oh
Like,
well, I'm talking about these guys. I'm not talking about Harlem. Period.
no, but that was
Talking
just
about
ASAP Mob,
these
though.
guys.
It's these two individuals that we're just talking about. Listen to ASAP Rocky. Hold on. I don't want to
And
play all this stuff.
Hey, look at Brooklyn. He must be young. Cause he talking about what is a Lucy. Come on, a Lucy,
Oh,
bro.
a loose cigarette.
What the hell? 50 Cent back in the day, man.
Hold on. Wait. I don't know why you think I absolutely like ASAP. Um, I like ASAP Mob. I like ASAP Rocky. Listen to this. This is his part. I will channel. It's essential. I don't know, like I don't know why
Just
you
play it.
think I don't know
Just
why
play.
you're
Don't.
playing ASAP Rocky like that. The man knows fashion, okay? He knows
I know that.
fashion.
All right. Everybody from Harlem. If you ain't from Harlem, if you, I
He
mean,
knows fashion.
I'm in South Carolina, right? And
Okay.
I can spot a Harlem nigga.
Oh,
just
okay.
by how he dressed and
You
his
say you can
swagger.
smell them.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you. That
I don't know. I
my
think
boy and his brother, they stay like not too far from my house, and I go over there and shoot pool with them in the garage sometimes. They straight Harlem, but it's like they Harlem dudes is like they're different. It's different, and you can be from New York, Brooklyn. I don't care what borough you from. You know a Harlem dude. You
well,
know
I
a
think
Harlem dude.
these two have plenty of swag. And Ellie said that his braids look like they could do a touch up. That's what I thought too. Like I looked at him early, and I'm like, I don't know. We're used to his braids looking nice and neat. Maybe he's not getting sleep. I don't know. Yeah, he's probably not getting much sleep. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's get into this.
Okay. Now you started to tell us about ASAP. What does ASAP stand for?
It means
Yeah, I agree, Brooklyn. These folks are definitely high fashion.
a lot of different things, but always try to prosper.
Were
I
you
cannot
a
hear
member
what
of
he's
ASAP?
saying.
Yes,
Max
Within
love.
ASAP, did you have a nickname that you went by?
really. Yes, I really.
Um, was that
Somebody's out here calling him a rat.
something that started when you were in high school?
Yeah,
What year of high school do you remember? Like, were you a junior, a senior?
probably was like a season.
Sir, speak up.
Did you know someone by the name of Elijah Elanga?
Yes,
Was he also a member of ASAP?
yes.
Did he have a nickname that he went by in ASAP?
Peace out, bills.
There we go.
And I'm gonna ask Mark my next. 10.
Yeah, but this is I don't know.
From
This is
from Harlem. From Harlem. From Harlem.
the man has not been sleeping, okay? He's not been sleeping. He seems nervous. Probably his first time on the stand testifying. And I mean, this is a difficult position to be in because these folks, they had love for each other once upon a time. Okay, they were brothers once upon a time, um, and now, they appear to be foes. So I don't know. It's difficult to testify against somebody that you once adored, somebody, somebody that you actually had a friendship or a relationship with. So I don't know.
I'd like to know when they left Harlem. Because they don't seem I
Are
would
you
like to
still
know
on that?
when they left Harlem. That's what I would like to know. Because it just don't strike me. I think I want to know when they left Harlem and then they got to this part right here. His
I don't know.
date.
Relly probably still lives out there.
Mm. Remember he said the other guy, he crashed out on ASAP. Rocky was like, "Oh, you sent him back to the hood." You know what I mean? Like they was like, "Oh, you made him go back to the hood," and then he got him on him. The guy he said they didn't pay for the funeral, and then they got like 7 people, 8 out the crew, and like 3 of them passed away on
Hmm.
overdose.
Yeah, I
Crazy.
don't know. I don't know. Somebody would say it's Illuminati. So
They
I
were
don't know. I
not
don't
in
believe in that
Harlem.
stuff.
They
I don't
left
believe in
Harlem.
that stuff. But what?
They was not in Harlem. They left Harlem when all that was going on. They ain't from Harlem. They left. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, Jerome.
They don't even look like Harlem. Come on.
Oh, okay. Jerome has spoken, everybody.
Do you recognize the person depicted here in People's 10?
Yep,
And who's that?
Elijah.
Okay. Is it easier for you to refer to him as Elijah, Bills? How do you want to refer to him?
Bills.
Bills? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was Monday for the folks that was yesterday Monday. I guess yesterday was Monday. In any event, I told you guys that I was following the trial out of Georgia Where three individuals were accused of shooting a beloved coach at a gas station.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they were convicted. They were convicted. So,
Today?
and yeah, verdict was read today. Apparently, some folks made some pretty. One of them made a stunning remark in court. So maybe we can get into this, but I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Was he one of the kind of original members of ASAP?
Yeah.
How would you describe for the jury your relationship or your closeness with Elijah or Hills?
I mean, it was pretty good up until the incident.
Would you, up until the incident, would you have considered him a close friend of yours?
Yeah.
Was he someone that you would talk to on a regular basis?
Yeah, I talked to him the night before
Hmm.
the incident. I was at his house actually.
Okay. Is it fair to say, kind of up until the day of that incident, you've known him maybe approximately 15 years too?
Yeah, just like,
Do you know someone by the name of Jamel Phillips?
yeah,
And is he also a member of ASAP?
yeah.
What, if any, nicknames does he go by?
He's had problems.
Can I read my next pivot?
Is anybody having trouble here? Everybody's okay? You having some trouble?
Okay, so Brooklyn said,
Sarah, could you, try to speak up a little bit, please.
you guys know I love rats, okay? I absolutely listen. I'm a self-preservationist, so this whole rats, whatever stuff. How is this even considered being a rat? I don't think these people are part of a gang. I mean, even if you're part of a gang, if you decide to rat, that's your business. I don't know how this is considered being a rat. Like, what is he just allowed to have? Is he required to have people shoot at him and not do anything about it?
I'm in our people's 11-year.
Yes. What is it?
It's a one-page document, a single photograph, depicting two people. Mr. Efron showing you the person on the left in this photograph. Do you recognize who that is?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Jamel, 12 weeks.
And kind of like the same question with Hills, what's the easiest way for you to refer to?
Wait, did they switch prosecutors or am I tripping? I hear different. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
I was never really that cool with him.
No, I mean, as we're talking about the different people involved in this, how do you want me to refer to him? Do you want me to call him 12? Do you want me to call him Janelle?
12 weeks.
Okay, 12. And the person who's next to him in this photograph, do you recognize that person?
Yeah, that's Rocky.
All right. You said regarding 12B that you were not as close to him, correct?
12D?
Is that yes?
Yes.
How would you, put it in your own words, how would you describe your relationship with 12B prior to this?
OD?
I mean, there was never no problems, but I never wasn't that cool with him. Like, we really didn't interact that much.
Would you, if
He
you
wasn't
saw
like
him
a-
somewhere?
He came kind of like later, so like I really wasn't like chilling with him or chilling with anybody who came after the fact. It was ASAP.
Okay. So what you're describing is kind of you and the defendant and Hills had known each other longer, and then 12B came after that core group was formed.
Yeah, so me, Jabari, Bills, and Rocky pretty much started ASAP.
Okay.
And anybody else who came after, if they wasn't like genuinely like trying to better themselves or do something other than like.
And the
fooling
cameras
around,
are all the
kind of
microphones
distance
are
myself.
awful.
Okay. Is that you mentioned the name Jabari? Who's Jabari?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
What's his name?
Jabari. His name, ASAP Barney.
Okay. Does he have any other nicknames that you like?
Young Lord.
would he also have been considered part of the ASAP collective that you described?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Within that collective of
Jerome, what happened to you?
ASAP, were all
Why are
Hit the
there
wrong
two
button.
Jeromes up here?
I hit the wrong button.
Oh, so can I remove the other one? Well, I don't
no.
know how to
Hold on,
do
hold on,
that.
hold on, hold on. That got me live. Hold on, hold on.
Oh, oh, you don't want us to see. I guess I can remove this. Yeah. Okay, are you still there? I don't know. Jerome, are you still there? I don't know. I'm gonna play the video.
all the people that were
Okay, Jerome, what's going on? I guess it's not a real live unless
No,
Jerome is in and out.
get
Okay.
get rid of that black one.
All right. So let me. All right. Okay, there we go.
members, were they
My
all
bad.
rappers?
That's
No.
all right.
What were some of the other pursuits that members of ASAP would also pursue?
Fashion,
Fashion.
producing,
Did you hear that?
anything.
These are some
Mhm.
fashion people. These are some fashion people, Jerome. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Fashion,
Yeah, let's keep going.
Oh, okay.
producing,
Jerome's got soul
anything involved with like culture, really.
culture.
What were you a rapper?
No,
What was your contribution to the group?
I was a manager. Not of ASAP, but I created my own company.
What was the name of your company?
Shut up.
And when you say you were a manager, what
I
is
wonder
that?
if he's Haitian.
I was scout.
Go ahead. He's what?
I said, I wonder if he's Haitian.
Let's look him up.
He
I
sounds
think
Haitian.
ASAP folks are from the islands, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
But go
But
ahead, keep going, keep going. We can.
all right, all right, all right.
Artists. I helped actual ASAP members with stuff.
So the managing that you're talking about is all related to the music industry.
Yes.
And you're saying you would try to find people who are talented at different areas within music, like rapping or producing, correct?
Yeah.
And would you try to help get them projects?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. The person that you refer to as Jabari, did you also refer to him as Bari?
Yeah. Yeah, Bari.
So if we say Jabari or Bari, we're talking about the same person?
Yes.
That person, Jabari, how close were you to him?
Yeah, that's what I thought. ASAP Rocky's father's from Barbados, so
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
where Rihanna's from too, right?
I guess that's how they connected. I guess that's the connection. So yeah.
Was he someone that you would see on a regular basis?
Yeah.
Did you have problems in the time that you knew him with him specifically? Is that no?
No.
Okay. Were you?
All right, so you might be onto something because apparently Rocky actually moved to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania when he was 9. You know. So maybe that's why you're saying he's not Harlem. Maybe maybe he does not have the Harlem swag, but
Thank you.
I think he's still fashionable, okay? So yeah.
With Jabari, the day before this incident on November 5th of 2021.
Yes, I was.
Oh, thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you,
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn be on it. Brooklyn be on it.
Yeah, because I remember you had typed in the name John Lewin in the earlier live. I had no idea what you're talking about. So it's John Lewin is the DA, and then the judge is Mark Arnold. Thank you for that.
Hey, can I say one thing?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Brooklyn, I saw you getting your coffee mug. I'm getting mine's next.
What coffee mug? What do you got?
He'll
Oh,
know.
he bought-
He'll know what I'm talking about.
oh,
That's a
okay. Yeah,
joke.
he probably bought merch or something. But okay, all right.
No,
let's-
he'll know. He's got his
all
mug
right.
on the way.
I'm nosy. I'm always trying to get involved in stuff. so
Brooklyn,
I'm gonna
Brooklyn
move
will tell
on.
you. Brooklyn will tell you. Brooklyn will tell you.
Yeah, he sent me email. So
I know. Brooklyn is on it.
yeah, Brooklyn's gonna send me an email.
Okay,
No.
November 5th. Where in the country were you with Jabari?
We actually missed a flight. We were supposed to go to Chicago,
Okay.
but we was in LA.
Okay. So the whole time you're in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you live in Los Angeles at the time?
No,
What state did you live in November of 2021?
New York.
How long have you been in Los Angeles on November 5th, 2021? So I don't.
This is crazy. ASAP Rocky dated Iggy. I did not know that. Maybe I did. I don't know.
I
We
think
also
Jazzy is
dated.
what I hope Jazzy is listening because well, shout out to Jazzy, old
Big shout
bag,
out to Big Kazo. Old Bag
old
was here.
bag. Oh, for
Old Bag
real?
was here. Yeah, she was here this afternoon. This is my
Oh,
second live for the day.
we ain't
So
heard from old bag in a minute. Okay,
yeah,
good.
she was
So
here
congrats.
talking about eyelashes. That girl
Oh,
was out here talking about eyelashes. Uh-huh.
oh,
All
I missed
right.
it. All right.
If you can tell us the exact day that you flew in, that's fine. Or if you can just give us an estimate of how many days you've been in Los Angeles.
Probably flew in, I think the 5th
So that day.
or the 4th. I don't know. Like my artist.
Me
is
too,
in town,
Brooklyn.
So
Okay, thank you, Brooklyn. As far as Justice Served, I've not heard about that channel before. I'll take a look.
Yeah, you'll
Honestly,
like it. You'll
oh
like
really?
it. Oh, you'll
I'll take
love
a
it.
look at it. I don't know because I
You'll
was
love it.
recommended a channel, and then Brooklyn sent me some information about the channel, and now I'm kind of cautious about just hopping on stuff. But I'll take a
Nah,
look.
you'll
I'll
like
take a
that one.
look.
Yeah, you'll love that one. You'll love
Okay.
Linda. You're gonna love Linda. You'll love
All
Linda.
right. I'll check it out.
we was recording.
Brooklyn run things over there.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Brooklyn is
All
in
right.
there.
All right.
I'll have to look at text messages or something like that.
Okay. Would that refresh your recollection?
Yeah.
Okay. May I have your return? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have to. Yeah, I apologize. You told us that. Refresh your recollection.
Yeah.
Okay. So what days were you specifically in Los Angeles with your artist while he was recording?
Let me see. Can I get my data?
What did you?
I was doing it. I didn't look at it.
Hold on. What did you attempt to refresh recollection?
A text message.
Is it a screenshot?
Yes. I wasn't going to mark it as an exhibit.
You don't have to. It's just used to refresh his recollection. It doesn't have to be an exhibit.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Okay, so what days were you in Los Angeles with your artist?
Probably got here the 3rd day.
Okay.
Probably flew on the 3rd. Because I got on the Airbnb. That's pretty close to my hotel.
Okay, Troy, you gotta keep your voice.
Yeah, can you speak in the mic?
Your voice is soft, so try to speak into it.
All right, Judge Plato right
So
there.
what I think you're saying is you
Uh.
arrived in Los Angeles, to the best of your recollection, November 3rd of 2021, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And your artist, the artist that you were managing was recording music the 4th, 5th, and 6th, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Harlem niggas wouldn't play that.
How did you get to Los Angeles on the 3rd?
Your voice is soft.
You're
I mean,
funny.
you're from New York. How did you get here?
Oh,
When you say you flew, did you fly on a private plane or on a commercial jet?
on a Delta commercial.
Did you have to go through airport security?
Shout out to Delta. I actually like Delta.
Yeah.
Okay, I need this prosecutor to start connecting the dots right now. Okay.
I know, right?
Because yeah, he's asking too many questions that are not really leading us anywhere right now. Because
Right.
even this question about how he flew private jet, commercial, what does that have to do with anything? Unless he's going to tie it into some money or something, he's pretty much asking useless questions right now. Like, tie it up. Come on.
Exactly.
Okay, you said you met up with Jabari on November 5th in Los Angeles, correct?
Okay, so who's Linda and who's Kenny? Who are these people? Brooklyn, I
Or,
don't know. Brooklyn, I need
or
more information.
Yeah.
Do you recall where
And I mean, I do agree that Joe Tacopina, uh, it was an act, but for that to be an act, here's the thing, okay? And I mean, a lot of what attorneys do is things that we've seen that I don't know, we bite some people's style every once in a while. I do not like
mm,
his antics in this case. Like for several cases, go and do whatever it is you want to do, okay? Because nobody's life is really at liberty, okay, or freedom. Um, but what I'm concerned about is whether he actually has a legal argument or if he's just putting on a show. Because if he's just putting on a show, that is for his own personal and professional gain. That does not do anything for his client.
right.
you met him?
When I first met Jabari,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh
First
my
sleeper?
goodness. Get
that day,
somewhere.
November 5th, where did you meet him?
in his apartment, I mean, in his house.
And is that in Los Angeles?
Is that yes?
Yes.
While you were with Jabari that day, did you overhear a conversation between Jabari and the defendant, Mr. Mayer?
Yeah, we was on our way back from the airport, and he got a call from Ronnie.
So the defendant called Jabari?
Who's Jabari?
ASAP, that is ASAP Bari. So there is another member of what is this? ASAP Mob. What I recall from, a few years back, there was conflict between ASAP Bari and ASAP Rocky. I don't exactly remember what the conflict was about, but if my memory serves me right, this occurred. I know there was something with Ian Connor as well. This is going back many years. I think my kid was still in diapers at the time. My kid was still in diapers at the time, but it's another member of ASAP Mob, and him and Rocky. The last time, as far as I can remember, ASAP Bari and ASAP Rocky do not get along. And I
It,
actually, now that I noticed, this guy is literally staring his friend down.
I
His
know.
friend.
Can I
So
ask you a question? Can I ask you a
yeah,
question? Because remember, 3 of them died. Is he one of the ones that died?
which one?
The one you, Jabari, whatever you're talking about? Because
No,
3 of
I
them
don't
died.
think Bari. I would have known if ASAP Bari
Okay.
died. Let me look him
All
up.
right.
I don't think. No, I think that man is still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still alive.
All right.
Yep.
Were able to hear the defendant on that call.
We was in the back of the SUV, and we got a call.
This
from
is
Ronnie.
unrelated. But do you listen to Joey? These people might be too young for you, so I don't think you're gonna listen to them. Because I was gonna ask if you listen to Capital Steez. Is that somebody you're familiar with or no?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind. I'll leave it alone. All right.
And we put the phone on his stomach, so he was laying back in the.
I mean, but do check him out though. But you need to start with actual pro
This is
era.
a. This is ASAP. This guy.
No. But they're around the same. Uh, it's music from around the same era.
Era.
Yeah. So it's
What
it's
year?
music
What year
from.
would you stamp on that? What year would you stamp on it?
Oof, I don't know. My numbers are off. The one thing about me, I don't know dates. I don't know days. I don't know years. But I mean, it's pretty recent, within the last 10 years. Because I think when did Steve?
Before COVID.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah.
COVID
I
is like a new
definitely.
thing. Because Steez, let me see. Yeah, Steez died in 2012. So this music would have been
Okay.
popular around that time, like 2011, 2012. Because this is when I think Pro Era only lasted for a year, maybe a year and a half. But they have good music.
Gotcha.
They have good music. But I'm serious. You need to listen to Capital Steez, okay? Steez.
S T
ST. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. I'll
S
play
T
this
E
out.
E Z.
Right. But check him out. Check
I
him
know. I'm gonna
out.
write
And
it
then
down. I'm gonna. I'll write it
Okay,
down.
and then also check out Pro Era. It's really that PRO and then ERA. Um, and
He
then
sounds familiar. That sounds familiar, but what was the first, the capital Steez?
right,
Like
Steez.
capital of a city.
Right. And then Steez. He was brilliant, but he cut his life short. But he was phenomenal. He was very good. And again, Pro Era, they were very good. And I'm also biased because I love Joey Badass. But yeah, a shout out to Capital C's. God damn it, I cannot talk today. Uh,
phone on his stomach.
yeah,
He just was like listening, like talking to him.
Was the
I'm
phone
on the
on,
other chair.
was the phone on speaker?
Yeah.
So you could hear both sides of the
he's staring
conversation?
him down. That's
Yeah,
that's probably what his attorney told him to do. Look him,
yeah,
look him in the
yeah,
eye to intimidate him.
yeah.
Uh,
That's why he's like, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
yeah, that's probably what his attorney told him to do. And I mean, well, I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see.
If you ain't lying, you shouldn't be nervous.
That is not true.
No, you're a lawyer,
No,
so I'll let
no,
you
that is
answer
not
that.
true. I'm just saying that is not true. Because again, this goes down to what are the polygraph tests and why they're not reliable, blah blah, while they're no longer admissible. There have been cases. I can think of one case where uh this individual had problems. Okay, they had a lengthy rep sheet, and based on that information alone, they probably have an individual would probably disregard what they were saying. They gave a they were subjected to a lie detector test. It was regarding they were reporting they did something. They were It's something related to a crime. He gave law enforcement the information, but he failed the polygraph test. He failed the test saying that the test pretty much said he was lying, where after the fact it came out that he was in fact telling the truth all along. But yeah, so people are nervous all the time. I mean, there are attorneys that go to court and they're nervous about cross-examining a witness or putting a case on or whatever. Does not mean that they're lying. I mean, that's just some people are nervous individuals. um, and I mean, over here, there are a lot of factors. There are a lot of factors because these folks, once upon a time, they used to, they were friends and they sounded like they were
Hmm.
business partners. Um,
Hmm.
and I am pretty sure, I would like to believe that there were, some neutral folks that may have said, don't go up there and testify against your brother. Okay. I'm
Hmm.
sure that's just something that you'd expect you know, in this type of case.
Can I say
So,
one quick thing before you go? Just in your opinion, Miss Lawyer, do you think with this guy going up there and to my opinion, from what I see just now, it don't seem like he was prepped. Dude, does he seem like he's nervous because he don't know what's coming from the people that it seems like every question he seems like he's on pins and needles.
let's listen to it a little more, and then I
All right.
can answer that question. Because usually, when
I,
somebody's not prepped, it's obvious based on the response. I'm not getting that just yet. So let me give him more of a
will
listen.
they actually say, "Hey, this is the questions I'm going to ask you"? Do they do that? So.
The way that I've prepped, I'm gonna speak from the perspective of a prosecutor and a public defender. Okay, as a prosecutor, most of what I did was I'd go over the statement that an individual gave to law enforcement, okay? Because obviously they have to testify in line with that statement. So that's how we go over it. We go over the statement, make sure they remember um, the facts or allegations or whatever. Because if there's a problem with memory, it's going to be obvious right there and then while we're going over the statement. Um, as far as from defense perspective, I also never really said these are the questions, but I would get more information in terms of what it is that they were testifying to. I never really had written statements, okay? Because oftentimes I turn people into witnesses. If you come in with a significant other, I would turn them into a witness, provided that, you know, it just depends on the circumstances. But I would go over what happened, but we would not go line for line in terms of here's the question, how do you answer? The only time I do that is when I'm prepping somebody for cross examination. When I'm
Mm,
prepping them for cross examination, then I go line for line in terms of what I think the opposing party is going to ask them. So yeah, but that's how typically I'll do it, and that's how I've seen it done. Um, I don't know that I've not seen it any other way, honestly. So
gotcha.
yeah, yeah, with the exception of maybe preliminary questions that are not part of a statement, such as just preliminary things. What do you do for a living? Blah blah. How long have you done this? Things of that nature. So they're not caught off guard. So all right.
Gotcha.
What was the nature of the call between Jabari and the defendant?
What's
It
the nature
started
of
off
what
first, I
call?
believe, like Rocky was trying to get Barbie to come to this complex con, Kenya University thing. And
Can you
Jabari
guys hear me?
declined.
My screen
And
is
the
Yeah.
conversation
frozen.
got kind of weird. Like,
Can hear you.
and then
Okay, my
Jabari
screen is
said
frozen. So
something like, "Oh, I see you got ills and 12 feet on the jet," and it became like an inside joke because Rocky hasn't hit them, and it just became an inside joke, kind of. So then Rocky's like, "Oh yeah, I got my niggas with me, boom, 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 whatever." And then instantly after that, he says, "Fuck that nigga Relly."
okay,
And I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
sitting in the back of the chair, and I kind of get up, and I'm like, and then Barbie like
I
stops
want to
and I'm
pause
like,
this, but my
and then I'm
my
listening,
stuff is
and
frozen
then he's
about it.
like, "Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
I
what
don't
to
fuck
do.
with." Can I say what I want to say?
Yeah, say it.
So he pretty much was like, "Oh, I don't fuck with that nigga. He mad emotional, like this, that, and the third." Pretty much. It was so long ago, but it was, and the contents of that. And then Jabari was like, "What you mean you don't fuck with
So
him?"
he's
And he's
stretched
like,
on that.
"I just don't fuck with him. I don't like
Yeah.
that nigga. Like this, that, and the third." And after he said something about like it's so long ago, but he was like, I'll beat him up or something like that. So,
What?
you want to keep going?
Let me stop you. You said that
I don't believe that part.
Okay.
you keep saying
Why
he
don't
said.
you
Were
believe it?
those
I
all
cannot
things that the
pause.
defendant said specifically?
Yeah,
Can't pause.
So he was the one that
You
said
can't
he doesn't
refresh it?
fuck with you, correct?
yeah.
I'm afraid if
Have
I
you
do
said
that,
anything
it's
at
going to
that
mess up the
point
live.
in the car
Okay.
that would have alerted him to the fact that you were
I mean, I
actually
can
in the
always
car?
come back. I don't think it's gonna end the
I
live.
wanted to say something, but
Yeah,
was
if it
like,
ends me, I'll come
like,
back.
I put his hand to the side.
All right,
So,
let
like,
me
my
do
leg,
that
you know what
because
I mean?
I
Yeah.
cannot.
I was just listening.
Yeah,
I'm
you
tired
gotta
of
stop
yelling.
I'm
it.
assuming then
Yeah,
that
you have
Jabari
to
didn't
stop
tell him,
Okay,
I'm in the
I'm
car.
going to have to
Oh, no.
escape because I hate.
Okay, so as far as you knew, the defendant had no idea that you were in the car.
No, he had no idea.
You want me to go off now?
Um,
Looks like it's gonna work.
All right. What's up, Jerome? Are you still there? No, I can hear. I think Brooklyn's still here, so I'm gonna carry on with the live. What's that? Now I have to find. Oh my goodness! Now I have to find the right page. I have way too many open tabs. Hold on. Let me find the actual video. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I always have a million open tabs. There we go. All right, I have found it. Okay, so Brooklyn said you're good. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I don't know why the live. I don't know why it froze, but it did. I want to go back a little bit though. I want to go back a little bit to some of this.
To the fact that you were actually in the car?
No, he didn't know I was.
Hold on.
Have you said anything that he doesn't fuck with you, correct?
I don't know why do they keep calling him a snitch? Like, what? What are you guys talking about?
And after he said something about like it's so long ago, but in the dirt.
All right.
And after he said something about like this and the dirt. And after he said something about like it's so long ago, but he was like, I'll beat him up or something like that. So.
All right, let me put up the link.
You said that.
Come on.
You keep saying he said. Were those all things that the defendant said specifically?
Yeah.
So he was the one that said he doesn't fuck with you, correct?
Yeah.
Had you said anything at that point in the car that would have alerted him to the fact that you were actually in the car?
No, he didn't know I was there.
Did
I wanted to say something, but Barry was like kind of put his hands aside.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys, I don't know. Let me leave it alone. There are a million ways of living and having friendships. I'll leave it alone.
You know what I mean? And I was just listening.
I'm assuming then that Jabari didn't tell him, I'm in the car with.
Oh, no.
Okay, so as far as you knew, the defendant had no idea that you were in the car.
No, he had no idea.
Other than the specific things that you already said about you, is there anything else that you can recall that the defendant said about you on that call?
Not at the moment. It was like.
Okay, so what it sounds like ASAP Rocky was talking smack about RELLI behind his back.
In the past, have you said that on that call the defendant said, referring to you, he's a bitch?
Nope.
All right. At that moment, on November 5th of 2021, were you aware of tension between you and the defendant?
I quickly need to pause. I need to, one moment. I'll be back. Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Good call. Good call. I said good call. I'm about to do the same thing you done.
I'm back. I'm trying to I need to make sure Zeta's actually asleep. Ugh. All right, come on. Let's go.
At the point that the defendant was saying those things about you on the phone,
Can you guys use microphones?
Tension in your relationship with him.
I mean, it's kind of always been like that. So it's really hard having a relationship with Rocky.
Can you explain that?
He's saying it's difficult to do what? Did you hear that? Let me just go back.
I mean, it's kind of always been like that. towards.
And somebody in the comments said, here, they not the comment, the chat. They said this is hearsay. That is incorrect. Ooh, I'm about to cough. Excuse me. Statements of an opposing party, that's an exception to hearsay, so it comes in.
It's really hard having a relationship with Rocky.
Can you explain that?
I mean, you want me to tell you my personal experience, or
Yes.
I feel like he's fake.
How so?
My
Difficult to do what?
Can you explain that?
I mean, you want me to tell you my personal experience, or
Yes.
I feel like he's fake.
How so?
He lies a lot.
Did you say he lies a lot or what? Oh my goodness. Oh no, they need better microphones and they don't even have closed caption. Do they have? Oh, there we go. Okay, so he does lie a lot. Jerome, I can hear myself.
I'm
I hear.
sorry. I put my earbuds down. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
I don't see him, so it's like, how are we gonna have a relationship? You know what I mean?
Is there anything specific that you could think of?
Yeah, with like my companies or just anything, like overall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had this one job I call him Mr. 6 month man, because I was seeing him every 6 months. You know what I mean? But then when you come around, it's like, it's fake.
All right, so if okay, the fake part I get, because what I don't understand is if you guys don't even have that much contact, why are you guys disagreeing? What are you fighting about? So I
Right.
guess I don't know. It does sound like a fake relationship, maybe a relationship out of convenience. You guys were homeboys and now you're grown, and instead of just going separate ways, just
It seems like ASAP Rocky is like he is like in control. He want to know what's going on, and if they doing their money, he want N. Where's my money? I want N, because he was trying to do his little things. And remember something what they had on the text that I saw on Friday, that
yeah,
he was trying to do a show, and ASAP Rocky was like, "Yo, I'm trying to do the same thing too. I'm trying to get in the show too." So it was like, it's like, when you grow up and then somebody get big and you got
right,
somebody that's under them and they trying to do their thing too, and then they get to a certain point, then it's gonna be like the guy that put you on, be like, yo, hold up, I
right.
put you on. Where my money at? You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
think for sure. I think the problems definitely are rooted in money. I do not doubt that. But why couldn't they just go separate ways? Like, go separate ways, do
And
something.
then perform at the same place, and they got separate things. So you know that was going to be a problem. They
Right.
going to try to showcase at the same event,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's that, yeah.
Yeah, this is a money problem for sure. It's a money problem.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we supposed to be in this ASAP thing for? It's all smoking mirrors.
Did you actually voice your displeasure
Oh,
to
yeah.
him?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Through text messages, but nothing ever like threatening him or anything. Just mostly telling him like, you gotta tighten up. This shit fake.
But you would text message him and say,
And he won't text me back. He would never text me back.
okay.
I'll probably see him and we'll have a conversation. He'll be like, oh bro, you emotional or something like that.
Just say you're emotional.
When he calls you emotional,
That's the Harlem.
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay, how did you take it?
Like he's trying to shoot me off. Like
What?
using that as like leverage to be like, not get business done, I guess.
All right, I want to direct your attention to the very next day, so November 6, 2021, the day of this incident. Where were you staying at that night in Los Angeles?
Staying at the Lowe's Hotel
Where?
in Hollywood.
Damn, at least I can like your channel again.
That evening,
What's that?
Whatever you did made me like your channel again.
What do you mean?
I don't know what happened, but I liked it the first time before I had to go out and come back in, and I was able to like again.
Oh, oh, okay.
Did you have any plans to meet up with the defendant at all?
No, I haven't spoken to him in months, probably prior to that. I texted him, but he never answered me back.
You mentioned in your earlier answer that there was this event called Complex Hunters going on that weekend, correct?
Yeah.
And I believe you said the defendant was actually performing at that concert series, correct?
Yeah.
Did you have plans to go with the defendant to Complex Con?
No. I wasn't on that jet. I didn't get no phone call. So why would I, you know what I mean?
So,
Sir, you have to complete your thought. I know, coming from somebody who doesn't complete her thoughts, but yeah.
that's, I guess what I'm asking you to explain. As far as Complex Con, you had no plans to go there, and certainly not to go with him, correct? Did you have plans to go with Bills or with 12?
No.
What was your business in Los Angeles at that time?
I'm working with my artists.
And if you can recall, what are the hours that you're working with your artists?
I'm booked pretty much all day sessions.
Yeah, and somebody out here said, why force a friendship with someone that clearly doesn't want to deal with you? Like, let it go. Yeah,
Right.
I also don't understand because even in opening, they mentioned how it was on and off. What are you guys fighting about? Move on with your lives.
We was fighting
Right. And why
like
would
shit.
ASAP care about him?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't get it, but I don't know. You guys know. You guys know I have issues with loyalty. So I don't know.
For I believe one of these labels wanted me to like show them like something like better than. Cause I had a couple songs, so they just wanted to see like a compilation of the work that I'm doing.
Okay. How long? You're saying hours. How many hours would these sessions?
I don't know. I would be in and out. I would never stay in the studio that long.
Okay.
I'm just looking for the artist.
At around 9:23 that evening, did you
Somebody's calling him a bad friend.
receive a
That
series of
doesn't make
calls
sense.
and texts?
Huh?
What he just said doesn't make sense. He
What doesn't
asked
make
him
sense?
how long would he be in the studio. He said not long. He'd be out looking for talent or whatever. So he's not really in charge then. I don't. Who does that?
No.
He's supposed to hire people to do that. I wasn't really in the studio. I was out looking for talent. So that sounds like maybe he's covering for his wife or something because he was screwing with these chicks or
Oh my
something.
goodness. What on earth, Jerome?
It sounds like a cover up. It doesn't make sense.
I don't
It
know
doesn't
about
make
that
sense.
one, Jerome.
It doesn't make sense. Hey, I wasn't in the studio. I was out looking for talent. You ain't looking for talent and you got talent in the studio and you're not watching it? Come
Well,
on.
maybe his company's not big enough, so
I
he
was
has
looking
to
for talent. I was looking for talent.
he has to do the work himself. He's in the trenches, okay?
But he got people in the studio and he's still looking for talent.
Yeah, he's the
Alright,
actual Scott. He's trying to make some real money, okay?
alright.
Yeah.
Messages from the defendant, Bills, and 12B.
Oh yeah.
At the time that you were receiving those communications, what were you doing?
I was sleeping.
Somebody said he's mad because Rocky didn't want to be his friend no more.
Brooklyn, that's real.
What did Brooklyn say?
Yeah, that's a real one.
Brooklyn says we all have those people in our lives, family or friends, who throw all their issues upon you and think you're their private bank. It's hard to say, leave me alone. Oh, people know me. People know me very well. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Brooklyn, that's a real one, Brooklyn. And then when you get pissed off, it sounds like in this situation when you get pissed off, because I love hard, and when I get pissed off when I do stuff, I actually can come out of character because I love so hard. And when you hurt a person's feelings, they you can actually come out of character and do stuff that you really wouldn't want to do. Out of love though, because when people hurt you, when you loving them and they hurt you, it's that's
I mean, it's
Hmm.
kind of different here because, again, ASAP Rocky's attorney is not denying that he shot the gun.
What?
What they're claiming is that it's a prop. So,
Oh, a
um,
prop. Okay, okay. I
I
thought
know
we.
who's hurting who. In this case, I just think that ASAP Rally probably was not. He did not make the type of money that Rocky made.
Can I
Uh,
ask you a question? Can I ask you a
yeah,
question? Because I've been work. I have actually not been able to catch up to get, and it's only what this day two. But the prop gun. Did 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 they ever find the prop gun? Like the gun that he said that he had, did they find it and say, "Hey, this is the prop gun"? Do they have the prop gun?
I don't think so. Maybe Brooklyn can answer that question. I don't think so. What I know was recovered. I think the prosecution, they're claiming that he used a 9 millimeter, if I'm not mistaken. Um, there was a search warrant executed upon Rocky's home. They found a magazine. Okay, they found a magazine, but not an actual firearm. So the prosecution wants the jurors to take a leap. They want the jurors to believe that the missing gun,
Where they find the clip at? You said a clip? Was a clip?
the
Where?
magazine was found in Rocky's home, and a search
Where?
warrant
In
was
Cali?
executed.
In Cali?
I believe it was in California, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so yeah, the prosecution basically wants the jurors to believe that that is the gun. In this case, the defense, they're saying that
What
it
you mean
wasn't.
the gun? They found a gun too?
No,
Or bullets?
there's a gun that is missing. Okay. Um, what law enforcement recovered is a magazine. Okay. That
Bullets.
magazine, I presume, would be tied to the shell casings from the scene, and that would somehow be tied back to
Hmm. The
Rocky.
missing.
Okay.
Oh my.
So
The
the
missing gun.
gun, the
Hmm.
actual gun is missing.
Hmm.
I mean, the prosecution has not done this yet, but
Hmm.
from opening, what I gathered was that the prosecution wants the jurors to believe. They want them to take that leap,
Hmm.
um, and believe that the magazine, it is
Hmm.
tied to the magazine
So
they
the thing.
recovered is tied to the missing 9 millimeter.
Can I
Okay.
ask you a question? Can I ask you a question real
Uh huh.
quick? Because I'm like I'm saying, trying to play catch up.
Yeah.
All right. So is it true that the idiot picked up the shells and took it to the police? Is that true?
That is what we're about to find out. But what the prosecution said in opening was that the officers did not actually know where to look for the shell casings. They don't actually know where the crime scene was. So the officers went out there. According to the prosecution wants the jurors to believe two things. The first thing they want them to believe is that when law enforcement showed up at the scene, they were searching for what is this? Somebody in need of help. They were
There you go. What is this? I love it. Okay.
yeah, they were looking for a victim. They were trying to find a body. That's what they're looking.
Oh,
The second thing they were looking for was a suspect. Okay, so they were not necessarily concerned with.
about
Not
that
necessarily con-
casings. So you are just to say this. So you telling me because I watched the thing Friday.
Yeah.
So and remember when when he came back and said these the casings and he picked them up. That's the exact same spot that the police was walking. So you trying to tell me that they was walking on the shell casings?
If I remember correctly, and I mean, we'll have to go back because I listened to part of. There was an officer that was on the stand today. It appears to have been in the same general area, but not the
Yeah,
exact spot. Because
not the exact spot.
apparently, the officers did not actually know where to look because two 911 calls came in, and the two calls that came in, they had information that did not, it's not to say the information was contradictory, but as far as the street and the exact location, it wasn't.
They were in the same. Yo, lawyer John Gotti. Now he dang near he said it. He on Friday when I saw it, it was like a dumpster or whatever when you come. And that's another question. I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Here you
The
go, Joe.
John Gotti said there were 7 officers that was out there. How many officers were out there? Because he said 7. So when what do you know how many officers? Because they were standing right on top of the bullets that they were there when he came and picked them up. It's exactly where the police were standing at.
I don't know about that. I mean, this guy's here, so we can listen to his testimony. Because obviously they have to get into that because he is the one that, recovered the shell case.
But the white guy, the white cop, that was Friday. The white cop when he was drilling them like, did you this that? Did you check the cars to see if there was bullets? There was no bullets. The Friday testimony, the white cop,
No, the Friday testimony, I started to get into that yesterday. I didn't get through all of it. I
the
jumped.
white cop. You didn't see the white cop that was
No,
up
no, no,
there?
no, no, no. I jumped into this today because I really
Oh,
wanted to finish up Friday, but it didn't make sense because this is going on right now.
all right.
So
Um,
yeah, but we'll get because my main concern. I mean, I did listen to one of the 911 callers earlier today. One of the women. My real concern here is the testimony, the direct and cross examination of Relli, Ills, and Phillips. That's really who I am focusing on.
who's Phillips? Who's Phillips?
One of the individuals that was present at the scene, and he had the red jacket on.
Who's the one that this same guy that's on the stand? It was a smaller guy, and it sounds like he beat him up in the parking lot, right?
I don't know
Am I right?
about beat him up, but
Yeah,
I
somebody
think
somebody fell. So he was getting it in.
okay, that is Ills. It's Ills.
So that's who he was
They
beating
said,
up.
huh?
That's who he was beating up because somebody fell. And
That is ASAP. I mean, I watched the videos, and on the videos, there was a bit of a tussle. I don't know that anybody beat anybody up,
yeah,
but
he definitely yeah. And truthfully, the one they had that I watched real quick, the lady that talks funny,
which
she
lady?
said the one from today. I don't know. I just did a
Oh, the
quick.
911 caller.
Yeah, there.
Uh-huh.
The one was. She said that she saw somebody fall. She said that, and it wasn't. When she heard the gunshots, I don't think the gunshots had anything to do with the falling. That was when this guy that's on the stand, he went and they said this guy, he's only like 4'5", small guy. He
Oh,
ran him
Rails.
down. Yeah, yeah. He's not a big guy. He's very short, and they saying that he went after him for some reason first, maybe because of the knife, because he was the one that had the knife. So they must have had some type of relationship, and you know, he went after him. He went after him,
I
and
mean, based on the opening that I listened to,
they play all of this on Friday. So
yeah,
on Friday
the
they
opening
put the whole thing.
the
It was a
opening is
Thursday.
from Friday. The opening is from Friday, but my recollection was that the three individuals, Phillips, Rocky, and Ills, they decided to go and confront what's this guy's name again? Rally. Okay. That's what I gathered. But let's listen to the testimony because he's gonna have all the answers. Okay.
You got to play the Friday, so you got to do that tomorrow. We got to start over.
No, we'll get into that tomorrow or Thursday. We'll get into that tomorrow or Thursday. What time is it? All right, folks. At 11, I need to call it a night. At 11, I need to call it a night. As far
That's fair. That's 45 minutes. I am you. I'm holding you to that.
okay, so at 11, we'll call it a night. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I want to start early. Not as early as I've been starting now because Zeta has some after school stuff that she has to get to. Um, Tomorrow, Wednesday, I want to start around. I w- I want to say around 6:30, but I'll probably schedule it for 7 and that's just in case I run late because I have to go by CVS. Kind of want to go by the grocery store, but that might be a mistake. I don't know if I want to do
Can
that.
I say something real fast?
Uh-huh.
What I would suggest is you do exactly what you doing, like whatever, because it seems like people get a lot of good views in the daytime,
Yeah.
and you really clean up if you do the daytime. You just got to figure out if you're going to do longer in the daytime or if you're going to do longer in the night. But if you do both, that's how I've seen people that start from 0 views and they blow. And I've seen that. I've seen it. I've
I mean,
seen
the
it. I've seen it.
consistency is really every day. The problem is
Yeah.
I have a
And then
real
and then
job.
and then and then you can say, and then I can say this, and I'm gonna shut up.
Uh,
Then you gotta do like you gotta pick a night that you are consistent on a later, like you could do the daytime, do like exactly what you're doing now. You went today is perfect because I think this is the first time you ever went in the daytime
that's
and you came
incorrect.
back at 8. I don't think you
Oh,
ever
that is
did that
true. That
before.
is true.
I
That is
don't think you ever
very
did that.
true.
But
Yeah, but
it's
today,
like but it's like if you gotta pick a day for people like me when I don't get home until 7:30 or whatever, almost
yeah,
8, then you just say a day for people like me to be like it be consistent that it's gonna be that'll be one night out the week that you have your late night. And
uh,
then you'll catch me, and if I'm working getting this money, at least I'll catch you one night a week.
well, that's impossible. I'm just gonna tell you now. Nights work best for me because I have a real job. Okay, I actually do represent people. So, uh, I
Nah,
mean,
I'm talking about what you did today. What time did
yeah,
you start today?
yeah, but today I could do that because in the late afternoon, all I was doing is going over medical records. When I'm going over
See,
medical records, I
how will
don't
we
really.
know? How will we know that?
What do you mean?
Your scheduling.
No, I'm telling you because again, my day is dictated by what it is that I'm doing. The cases that I'm moving along. So a day like Friday, for example, I
Mhm.
cannot show up during the day because I have a mediation. My mediation starts at 10 and it can go all the way until 5 p.m. It could go longer than that, but I have to pick up my kid from school. So it just depends on what's happening.
So I understand exactly. Maybe I'm not explaining myself. What day of the week would you feel comfortable for someone like Jerome Street that probably doesn't get home until 8 o'clock at night? What
Okay.
you gotta have a day to where I'll be like, you know what? What day is it? It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Uh,
Oh, all right.
okay, Joe.
My girl is gonna be on tonight, so I know what night. And I'll be
I
like, yo,
see what you're
we
saying.
shutting it down. We shutting it down early tonight because I gotta get home. Gotta get my mind therapy going on.
I know we can probably go with Thursday. Let me get time. Listen, give me until mid-February to figure this stuff out. Okay.
Hey, you know what? And we love you for that. And truthfully, a good that at least we got an answer. So
Oh,
this
okay.
this is on record. So at
All
least
right.
we got an answer. At least we
Yeah,
got an answer.
I
We
need
said
until
two.
mid-February
Oh,
to
that's what's
figure
up. That's what's up.
to
That's
figure
what's up.
all this stuff out. I mean,
That's what's
I,
up.
I have my computer. My man, he fixed some stuff for me. So I do have he attached some stuff on here. The problem is he went too complex on me, like he was showing off. I think
Yeah,
he was
man, that's
really
fine.
showing off.
He's setting you up. It's 2025. And guess what? I'm gonna say this.
What?
And so I'm gonna say this, and I think I'm talking to all of the co-councils.
Uh-huh.
All of the co-councils. We need, like you said, after February, that's fine. Go into March or whatever. You know what I mean? Hopefully it be February will be a good month. By the end of the month, we'll have it figured out. You have your schedule, and then that's when you going to blow, because then
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's
Thank you,
when
Joe.
you going that's when you going to blow, because it'll
Probably
be
so funny.
that's when you going to blow. I'm
All
telling
right,
you.
Jerome.
All
Thank you,
right,
Jerome.
can we please, and I'm talking for all my co-councils, Can
right.
after we get this figured out in February, we gonna
Uh-huh.
be consistent. And
I'm
if
consistent, Jerome. What are you
no,
talking about?
because you know what, I was mad at you because
Why?
I looked on there and you was like 8 o'clock this day, and then you switched it two
I'm
days
sorry.
later.
I'm sorry.
I said, hold up, this got to be a typo. I came the next day just to see if it was just a typo or you was for real, and I was like, nah,
I'm sorry.
That's not my SO right there. That
Yeah,
ain't my SO.
I mean, I had company, so
But hey, I'm talking for all of the co-counsels and
yeah.
for the replays, all the replays, and shout out to Sarah. People gonna hear
Big
this,
shout out to
and
Sarah.
yeah, and I know all the co-counsels are gonna agree. But I love you, sweetheart. You do a great job.
No,
You're a
thank you.
lawyer, and you're a lawyer. God damn.
Thank you, Jerome.
I wish I was in your position. I'll be making some money
Why?
right now. I'll be making money
Oh
because
yeah.
your personality is good. You're a lawyer. You be on point. You love everybody. You can communicate with everybody. You're just a great person. That you deserve everything that you can get, and I just feel that you ain't really taking advantage of what God is blessing you with.
Oh, thank you, Jerome. Listen, Jerome, when I need a reference, I'm gonna give them your number, okay?
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm from New York. Let's finish the show. I love you, girl.
I'm serious. For my job, for my next job, when I go interviewing, I'm gonna tell them you are my HVAC guy. So you
You
better
better
reference.
reference.
All right, Jerome.
Family
Let's do
forever.
this. Huh?
Family
Let's do
forever.
absolutely a family forever. Not what these people have going on. I don't know what these people have going on. But okay, let's do it. That's the thing. He should have had the courage to look at what's his name again? Rocky. Like they should have made eye contact because he's looking down and all types of things.
Well, it is a single photograph, a screenshot of a call log.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
looking
looking
down.
down.
Jerome, the echo.
Jerome, the echo.
Jerome, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you. Okay, yeah, I think you took care of that.
Damn.
No. Let me see. Right.
So I'm going to show you. You recognize this here?
Yeah.
And what is this?
This is my whole house.
The what?
Is this
I didn't hear
photograph that you specifically took?
No, let's go back.
Is this the photograph?
This is my whole house.
And is this the photograph that you specifically took? Like a screenshot?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is reflected in your call here?
What do you mean?
Okay, all these numbers are in red. Does that mean anything to you?
Miss Cole?
And who were the people that you were missing calls from? Starting to the office.
Rocky. That's a larger number. That's 12B, 12B. Elijah, Rocky.
Okay.
He looks like he's frowned up. Obviously, I cannot see from this angle. He looks frowned up.
And did you receive those missed calls kind of in
Mhm.
succession? Meaning like right after each other?
I don't know. I woke up to a FaceTime call from Rocky. So then after I noticed I had all those missed calls, I didn't like wake up and notice the call.
You see, and there are folks asking about whether Rihanna is going to show up at the trial, and I don't know. Let me leave that alone.
She's gonna have to.
Why?
She's gonna have to.
Why?
Well,
Answer
I
the
would say
question,
I would,
bro.
I would because I know that. Mm, ah, I can say this. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. ASAP Rocky. All right. He got lucky, got out the hood, did whatever he was doing, but he was hanging around a lot of whack ass motherfuckers. He might have
Oh.
had that nice face or whatever, and it was more talented than they was,
All
even though
right.
it was probably somebody like it always was. You know, everybody it's they always go with the guy with the nice face or whatever, but there's always someone in the clique that's better than them.
Okay.
That's how it works. And
Okay.
it's kind of sad that's how a lot of jealousy and people get, that stuff happens. But that's usually how it happens because people are jealous because they're better and they're jealous because they made it, but they're better. Shut up.
What does that have to do with Rihanna showing up, though?
Because I think that she's going to expose and call people busters to protect her man when she ain't gonna really, she's just gonna protect him, but she probably know in her back mind that there's somebody that's nicer than him. She probably knows that as well, and it might be him.
Here's
But
the thing. If Rihanna shows up, then what the defense is doing is trying to try this case basically in the court of public opinion, and they would try to sway the jury with her.
yeah, right.
But
I think they will only use that card if the defense thinks that they're losing.
I mean, here's the thing: the prosecution bears the burden. Okay,
Hmm.
the defense does not have to do anything. My main concern here is the actual defense that they are raising, okay? In order to even raise that defense,
Hmm.
um, the defense has to be in a position where they recognize that the defendant is in hot water. Let me simplify that for you,
Hmm.
okay?
Hmm.
Ordinarily, not a witness, ordinarily, a criminal defendant would not put on a case. All right. Somebody that would put on a case would be a defendant that's raising self-defense, for example. Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, that's self-explanatory. One
Hmm.
individual shoots another and kills them. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, Under those circumstances, they will definitely raise a defense and they'll put on a case. Why? Because they are in hot water. To me, this defense that the prosecution has raised is signaling the same thing to me. Because had under these circumstances, the defense cannot say, "Oh, that's not ASAP Rocky. He's on camera." They're also not saying, "Oh, he didn't have a gun," because I guess other individuals that were present are testifying to the fact that he had some type of firearm.
Prop.
Instead, their right. Instead, their defense is that no, he had something, but what he had was a prop. It's not an actual firearm. And again, that defense only makes sense if the element that the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt is that ASAP Rocky, in fact, had a firearm. Because, and I think I mentioned this, I think it was to Brooklyn yesterday. And that, again, that defense only makes sense if the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that ASAP Rocky was in possession of an actual firearm. Because if if the statute does not distinguish, if it makes no difference, then that's a stupid defense. But let me play this because I forgot to take a look at the statute. So let me take a look at the actual the penal code. I need to see what elements they have to prove. So I'll play this, and then you guys know I'm gonna pause every once in a while. But let me find the actual statute.
Yeah, you're a lawyer. I know you're going to be reading while we're watching. Okay.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. But okay, give me a moment. Hmm.
prior to you waking up, did you receive any text messages from the defendant?
Yeah.
So you say you received a bunch of missed calls while you were asleep. You woke up, you answered your phone, talked to him, and then you kind of went back and looked at your phone afterwards. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
And that's when you saw you had a bunch of missed calls from him and Elijah at 12. You also have text messages from him.
Yeah.
You mark my neck.
What's up?
Now I'm just watching Brooklyn v. Brooklyn.
Okay.
You recognize what you see here?
Yeah.
And just in general, what is this photograph?
This is a screenshot.
Of your phone?
Mm-hmm. Me and Rocky.
You say yes?
Yes.
And is this screenshots, text messages that you received from him that day?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
said yes?
Yes.
Sorry. Every time you say
All right,
that,
so let's quickly let's take a look at the penal code, okay? I'm gonna have to get screenshots and figure out how to share this stuff with you guys, because I'm on my phone right now. So he is charged with violating California Penal Code, section 245. And what it says is that basically the heading, it says assault with deadly weapon or instrument other than firearm, assault with firearm, assault with a machine gun, assault with or assault by means of force likely to produce great bodily injury, assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Okay, so those are the charges. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about, I guess I can find the actual charge sheet here or the actual indictment. Again, then if you ever look at any type of indictment, charge sheet, whatever you want to call it, every once in a while, you will see phrasing such as on or about X, Y, and Z, as opposed to just giving a specific date. There's a reason for that because the prosecution has to prove whatever it is that they're alleging. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. They have to prove each and every element that they are alleging. In this case, the allegation is that he fired at his former friend with a semi-automatic what is this firearm, okay, because that's what they are alleging. That is what they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So I guess the defense was trying to muddy the water by saying that he had something other than a um, a firearm. It's also
Right.
similar. Let's say, I mean, the defense could have come up with something else. They could have said that no, he did not have a firearm. He had I don't know, a butcher knife or something along those lines. Because so if the prosecution's not able to prove that he in fact had a firearm, then that is reasonable. That
Hey,
means that they
you touched on something. You touched on something. You touched on something. What do you think about when he talked to him and said to differentiate a revolver from a semi-automatic? When you said that, that's what, because I was like, why would he ask that? So he's trying to say that a prop gun is usually revolvers with the revolvers, and
right,
then
'cause- right,
semi-automatics are not usually prop guns. Because I was
right.
being that you said that, that's what came into my head when he asked him that.
Yep. So basically, they're trying to make that distinction as far as appearance is concerned. Because I think there was an officer on the stand today, and they also asked him a little bit about firearms. So that's what the prosecution is trying to elicit from their testimony.
But you know what debunks it is because they must know that Rocky is going to say it was a revolver. So they why would they say that? So that he's going to say he had a prop gun as a revolver when he pulled it out. So they're going to have to get the gun specialist or whatever, because when he pulled it out, it looked like it was a clip to me when he pulled it out the back of his thing. That was not a revolver.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look at it because I forgot what did they call it again? It was something pistol because we looked it up yesterday, and the picture that popped up, it kind of mimicked a revolver. It
It
mimicked
did.
a revolver a little bit. Because they called it a something pistol, a soft. I don't think it was soft. Was it soft? I forgot the term. Let me actually go on my search history. Let me see. That's not. It was something. I don't know. They're talking about Social Security Administration. So I don't know. I forgot what I entered last night. Let's see what I say. So
You crazy. I love you, girl. You funny as
thank
hell.
you. I love you too, Jerome. I love you too, Jerome. So Brooklyn says, I also have a concern about that. By the time Joe Tacopina gets up and crosses the witness, it might be too late and the jury have already reached their decision. No, that is not true. That is not true, Brooklyn. Again, people underestimate the power of an impartial jury. If if these jurors are in fact impartial, they are going to wait until the very end
Starter,
to form.
starter. That's the word, Brooklyn.
Yes, starter.
Starter.
I said soft. I said soft pistol. So let's see. Starter. Star. I cannot even spell starter pistol. There.
Brooklyn is Brooklyn a lawyer?
Yeah, Brooklyn is. I mean, Brooklyn keeps up with all this stuff.
I can
Brooklyn
tell.
keeps up with all this stuff. Yeah, because just look up starter pistol, okay?
Yup,
And
yup.
it has a very distinct. It has distinct features.
Right. And the
Very
sound.
distinct
And the
features.
sound. And the
Right.
sound.
Right. But obviously for the sound, oh, that's actually interesting. You raise a very interesting point. Okay? As far as sound is concerned. And the interesting point that you're raising is because going back to the prosecution's opening statement, they talked about what is this? They have devices that are called in my one of my previous jurisdictions. They call them. I think they call them shot spotter. Okay, that's what they call them. I don't remember what they call them in California. But in order to bring that in, they're definitely going to need an expert, and that expert would have to distinguish between the sound that a starter pistol would make and the sound that a firearm would make.
Right. That's
So
just like the sound, because you could tell the difference. It's like with the horse races back in the day. Remember when Mark could say, "Go
yeah,
pow." They did it,
yeah,
pow. It's different. It's different. But that sounded like a real gun with those echoes. But they're gonna have to go with the cameras and see if you had a ring or if you had a this, because they don't have, the only auto they have is just the gunshot. The
yeah,
auto, yes, that sound. I don't know how they're gonna say with the deepness of it, but in my opinion, that wasn't no starter gun.
Oh, really? I mean,
No,
okay,
but you can't say it because it's going to echo off the buildings, because it could
yeah,
have been a starter gun, because it's
right.
going to all echo off of the buildings and everything, the parking garages. So it's going to make it a deeper tone. So
Mm,
that's
mm.
probably going to just go out the window because that's going to be inconclusive, in my opinion. They,
Yeah,
they
and I
will.
mean, again, the prosecution, they bear the burden in this case, okay?
Right, right.
So that this is
Talk,
all
lawyer.
information that they have to put together in order to lead the jury one way or the other, okay? Because
Hmm.
in this case, ASAP Rocky really does not have to do anything, okay?
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
That is just from the standpoint of the high burden that the prosecution carries in this case. And
Right.
I like to exaggerate. I like to say that the defendant in this case and their attorneys, they could pretty much show up every single day to court and
Hmm.
pull out coloring books and do all types of things and not do anything at all. The burden lays with the prosecution in this case.
Can I
So,
say this? Can I say
uh-huh.
this? Real quick, real quick. So what is the charge? The charge, because it seems like the prosecution, they made the charge the lowest of the low, because it was an attempted murder. It wasn't attempted murder. It wasn't attempted murder. It wasn't aggravated you know how you can get the aggravation one. It could be like attempted murder. They did the lowest one. What was the charge? The charge is like the lowest that you can do.
I can read it out for you. It's not exactly the lowest because the lowest would be an assault or battery, like slapping somebody, something along those lines, and that would be a misdemeanor. Okay, so in this case, he's charged with a felony. So let me read through the rest of this statute. Okay, so
Hmm.
actually, let me see if I can find the actual let me see if I can find the actual indictment. Okay, ASAP Rocky. Oop.
Because they making it bigger than what they trying to make it like he get attempted murder. This ain't
Oh,
an
and
attempted murder
here's what
charge.
I wanted to say. As far as attempted murder is concerned, attempted murder is very difficult to prove. Okay. And why I say it's difficult to prove is because for anything that's attempted, you have to show that that's in fact what the person wanted to do. That's in
Right.
fact what they intended to do. For
Gotcha.
example, when it comes to murder itself, an individual like a defendant goes out, they cause the death of somebody else, and
Hmm.
murder charges are brought. Whether they somebody died, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much the end of it.
Right.
Whereas for attempted murder, the prosecution actually has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this individual attempted to kill them. Okay,
Like premeditated is what you saying?
no, 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 not premeditated. That's for first degree murder. But
All
they
right.
have
All right.
to show that they intended to kill them. So it's not enough. Like if ASAP Rocky, let's say he was charged with attempted murder. If
Right.
his defense was no, my plan was only to scare him, then you don't get a conviction on attempted murder.
So
So
what is that charge? What is that charge? If I want to scare you, what is that charge?
it's like assault, a battery. Again, it's going to depend on the state because
So
some of
that's what. So that's what Rocky got. He got that right there.
He is charged with. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back here.
He's like
He is charged
intimidation.
with assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
Wow, that's his charge.
Yeah, that is the charge.
Wow, and they ain't proved this in my.
Yeah. So that's why it's important. That's why whether he was in fact in possession of a firearm is significant here.
Hmm. How many shots did they say he popped?
I don't remember. Did they actually say? I don't know. Okay, I believe. Hold on. I believe the 911 caller did mention that. I just don't remember. Brooklyn, do you remember? And then Brooklyn is saying that he was leading the witness and told him the difference between a round barrel and a
Come
nine
up in
millimeter.
here, Brooklyn. Cause Brooklyn, I know Brooklyn. Brooklyn be on point.
Yeah,
Brooklyn be on point,
Brooklyn
y'all.
usually knows. This is
Brooklyn,
a pretty lengthy.
Brooklyn need a check. He said
Who's he gonna
7.
7? So Brooklyn said 7.
Mm.
Let's see. Hold on. When a person is convicted of violation of this section in a case involving use of a deadly weapon or instrument, or firearm, the weapon or instrument or firearm is owned by that person. The court shall order that the weapon or instrument. Okay, this is just never mind confiscation. So we don't have to get into that. I quickly want to take a look at, hold on, any person who commits an assault upon the person of another with a deadly weapon or instrument other than, we don't need that because we know that he used a firearm or they're alleging. Okay, any
Legend,
person who commits an assault upon the person of another with firearm
yeah.
shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 2, 3, or 4 years, or in a county jail for not less than 6 months, and not exceeding 1 year, or by both a fine not exceeding $10,000 and imprisonment. Any person who commits an assault upon the person of another with a machine gun, that's not relevant. Any person who commits an assault upon the person of another by any means of force likely to produce great bodily injury shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 2, 3, or 4 years, or in a county jail um, for not exceeding 1 year, or by a fine. That's not really answering the question. Any
No.
person who commits an assault upon the person of another with a semi shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 3, 6, or 9 years.
All right, hey. let's go to this because you said you getting off. I want to get my bullet points in, and I'm pretty sure Brooklyn. If you said 11, so we gotta punch it in.
All
So
right.
all right, so with the ballistics, right? When why we didn't have court on Monday is because they wanted ASAP to get his own ballistics people. So what ballistics? Because remember the prosecution brought some late, almost borderline Brady in, and what? Explain to me why we had to skip Monday for them to get ballistics. So what do they have ballistics of?
I believe it's the shell casing because again, remember, there's a magazine. The prosecution is claiming that those were fired from a 9 millimeter. So in order to
Well,
bring,
we already knew that because I mean, I
yeah,
got
but
everybody would know if you got specialized guns, you can shoot 9 millimeter. Mm, I ain't gonna say this, but you can shoot a 380 and a 9 millimeter out the same goddamn gun.
well, the
A lot of
prosecution
people
still has
probably
to
don't
prove
know
that.
that, but you can shoot different calibers out of different guns. It's according on what gun you got.
Well, the prosecution still has to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. But considering that the report was the defense is arguing that the report was late. In order for them not,
Yeah,
in order for
but
them,
what is the report though? So school me.
I was just going to answer that. In order for the defendant, ASAP Rocky, not to be prejudiced, obviously he had to be allowed an opportunity to carry out tests of his own and have an expert of his own. So
So it sounds like it's like they trying even they ain't even got the gun. So I don't even know what the hell they're
yeah,
doing.
but I mean, not having a gun does not mean anything because
Because it
people.
seems like they're fighting over two different calibers. Because that's what I got out of it. Because I know from my experience that it's certainly you can put 380 and a 9. You can shoot out of the same gun. You
Yo,
can
you
you
know
can
more
have it.
about guns than I do. I can tell
Well,
you
I'm
that.
just
Like,
saying it's going on what kind of gun you got. You know what I'm saying? You it's going on what you got. I got you just you can shoot a 9 and a 380 out the same damn gun. A lot of
yeah,
people don't know that, and I'm pretty sure the government don't want you to know that because it's just like it's confusing. But it's and actually with the new guns, there's a third one you can
ooh,
do, but I don't know nothing about
ooh.
that one though.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know
What
nothing.
kind of new guns?
It's a new, yeah, they got some new stuff. There's some stuff they doing behind the scenes with these 3D printed guns. Man, they actually, man, technology and AI, man, I'm telling you, we about to be in some dangerous times
Ooh,
because
okay,
oh my
okay,
God, it's gonna be crazy because I I'm I'm technical. You know what I'm saying? I do heat and air conditioning
right.
and shit. And I know a lot of technical stuff. And it's stuff that I can just put A, B, and C together. And with AI
Don't
and these
incriminate
damn
yourself out
printed these
there,
these
girl.
these scanners, these scanners, oh my God. They're
Don't
gonna have
incriminate
guns that,
yourself.
that people ain't gonna know about until it come out. You ain't even gonna know because people gonna be doing something new, then you ain't even gonna know what it is until it come out.
Do you use AI in your job?
Nah,
Oh,
nah.
oh, you cannot be
That
replaced.
I know for my work, it'll AI will never be able to
Oh,
have.
you cannot be
I'm
replaced.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm secure forever.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. All right. Let's get in here. We have about, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes. So let's see how far we can get.
15.
But this weekend, though, on Saturday, I kind of want to start early. Are you working? Oh, no.
Yeah, hell yeah. Heck
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Cause it was snowing here. We got snow. We was snowed in for like
In South
almost
Carolina?
4 days. I know. It came here. Man, I
Ooh.
ain't worked for damn almost a week.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, man. They ain't used to that
I
shit
heard
here.
about Baton Rouge, New Orleans.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're not used to it
so
here.
Bill,
It snowed on a Tuesday, and let's see, it snowed on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, we can go back to a Monday.
oh wow, okay. I know it's supposed to snow out here in the morning. I'm not happy. I'm not excited about the snow stuff. Like, I have things to
I'm
do.
I'm not gonna let everybody know it. I think I know where you're at, but we're gonna keep that between me.
Send me an email. I want a real lawyer at gmail.com. Jerome doesn't send emails though.
I
Brooklyn is
definitely don't.
Obag is gonna send me an email. Like Allie for sure is sending me an email. So yeah, all right, let's get in. Let's get into this.
Or he's gonna ask you. Yeah.
What is
If
this
if
thing?
you can, try to say yes or no.
Yes.
So there are three messages at the top that are in gray. Are those from you or are those from the defendant?
That's from Rocky.
And if you would read that
That's
one
all.
after another,
Uh-huh.
what do they say?
How much longer we got for him? Because he wouldn't understand. Can we at least watch him to the end? And then when I catch up with you tomorrow, at least we will have this finished. Because
This
people
man
that's
is
gonna
gonna
do
stand for a while.
people that's gonna do the replay, at least they can watch this.
No, Jerome, because we have to be here for at least another hour.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, would have to be here. I mean, we pause a lot. That's probably an hour and a half.
I
Um,
tried. You know how I do. I tried. I
yeah,
tried.
yeah. I'm sorry. No, you cannot filibuster tonight.
But
We're not going for
but
that.
it's only because so I'm gonna have to wait because I ain't seen none of this. I like to watch it with y'all.
What time are you off tomorrow? What time do you get off tomorrow?
Same time,
Which
same
is
time. Always shoot. By the time I get home and get out the shower, I ain't on until 7, almost 8 o'clock.
okay, so do you want to do 7:30 or is that too early for you?
Don't worry about me. You know, I'm the replay guy if I have to. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks for you.
Okay. No, I'm just asking because I could start sooner than that. I could start around 7. But I don't know, Brooklyn, how are you feeling? What time do you want to start tomorrow? That's if you'll be joining. Or are you part of the
That's one
replay?
thing. That's one thing. How the hell does Brooklyn? You can start at 10 o'clock in the morning in Brooklyn to figure it out.
Because his
I'm like, man,
notifications are on. That's how.
I got notifications.
No, you have to make sure it says all. If it's not on all, you're not gonna get everything.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's get into this though. Let's get into this.
Where you at? Question mark.
Because I
Let's
kind of
get
have
to it.
to
Stop ducking
I
my
don't know.
calls.
Oh, wait, what?
Where you at?
And if you would read them one after another, what do they say?
Where you at? Question mark. Let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls.
I remember that.
Thank you.
yeah. He look like he on probation or something.
All right, here's the problem with the prosecution. Okay, here's the problem. I do not know that they have done a good job uh relaying the context of the text messages that ASAP Rocky sent. Okay, because obviously there is some uh, I would like to believe that there's a reason why ASAP Rocky's sending these messages about, Relly ducking him or whatever. I wish the prosecution had brought that information out and laid the foundation before bringing these text messages out. And I mean, we've talked a lot. Maybe he did, maybe he did not, but it. I don't know. I feel that's a missing part. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but you know. Kind of, I think that's missing from these, or at least this testimony right now. Let me play. Let me. uh, That's crazy. Law and Crime. They said Terrell Efron, aka ASAP Rally, and they say victim, not even alleged victim. They say
Oh wow.
victim. So
Well, he did get shot. He got, you know, he got
yeah, but I
paper
mean,
cut.
just formality in terms of proper procedure for a criminal case. He is kind of an alleged victim. Okay.
Mm.
So I know that's just me though. That's me. So Brooklyn says I work crazy hours. Keep in mind that you are with a case that, yeah, I know the zones are throwing me off a little bit. The West Coast time zone throwing me off a little bit, but whatever.
Right.
Because that's the problem. They're starting much later.
That's
So
kind of a good thing, though.
no, it's not for me because ordinarily, if we go back to, for example, what was that trial? The trial out of Fulton County. They
Mm.
would start when I started work. So I could basically take notes and have timestamps and things. And by the time
Mm.
that I get on here, I'm ready to talk about the case.
Hmm.
Whereas they're starting much later. And
Yeah, that's a good thing. Because you
no,
know why? You know what's good about it?
why?
You can do it 2 times a day.
All right, Jerome.
Come
Okay,
on.
got it.
Get the hustle up. Get the
Got
hustle
it,
up.
got it. Yeah, I need to get into that hustle spirit.
2 times a day.
Okay, all right. No, but my main thing was the fact that I could not pre-record my videos because I didn't have space on my.
Mm.
I was out of memory. My
I
MacBook.
thought your man said he was gonna handle that. He ain't do it.
I said I was out of memory. He came up.
Oh, he did
Yeah,
it.
he did, but the problem is he created things that are too complex for me. And
Oh.
again, I said the man was trying to show off. Um, because no, really, he was trying to show off because he's a network engineer. So he was trying to show off and he's doing things I didn't ask for. The only thing I really needed was a hard drive. He set up some stuff that requires a password. I know how to work this stuff.
Well,
Like
he's making you better. It sounds like you don't wanna listen.
Jerome, I need my men to follow commands, okay? Like follow commands. Do exactly as I tell you to do. Don't
Yeah,
do
but if
some.
if he know what he do, that's his time to slang a slang around. Like let me
Yeah,
slang.
he just wants to be rewarded, if you know. He wants to be rewarded, so that's why he's doing all this stuff. No, but the problem is I have to figure it out. I have to figure out what I'm doing, and I don't like that because I just like to go. Um Yeah, he did all of that, Brooklyn. He did all of that. Um, some backup, something. I should be able to, even when I'm not home, I should be able to get into this drive or whatever, network, whatever thing. The problem is that is too complex for me. But I'm gonna take a bit of the weekend to try and do that. And that's also why, Jerome, here's the real reason why I was going live earlier.
Okay,
I started doing the early lives because I wanted the evenings. I wanted to work on some of my YouTube stuff.
gotcha.
Because the reason why I have a lot of why my memory was taken up is because I have videos that I've not edited and I don't want to get rid of them. So
Gotcha.
I wanted to do that at nights. Like right now I would have been doing that, editing videos, getting things out of the way. Because again, I'm giving you a warning, getting you ready for the crib, getting the swaddle blanket ready. But in late the last week of February, I'll be out of the country. um I'm going to Cuba. Hopefully Donald Trump doesn't mess with my plans, but I'm going to Cuba and I want to have videos already lined up. And for me to be able to do that, I have to start now. So, but anyways, that's a story for another day. Let's play. We have 2 minutes left. So I quickly want to play. What's this timestamp? Let me take it down. It's 5. Let me just take a photo.
We have 180 seconds, like people.
Hold
No,
on.
120. 120.
There we go. I quickly want to play this because this is from the proceedings. This is from the gas station case. Um,
Oh,
but it was very messy today. From what
Mr.
I understand,
Collins.
which case is Brian Steele doing? Somebody he.
he,
I saw
J-
something online. They were like, what is Brian Steele? He's a lawyer, but who's he representing? People ain't happy about
Jackie
that.
Johnson. I'm disappointed that they're not live streaming that trial.
What did
Uh,
he do? Who he offending? What did they do?
that is a former district attorney. And okay, so opening statement began. So this is a former district attorney. She is accused of interfering with a racially charged crime that occurred, I want to say 3 years ago. I might be mistaken as to timeline. Where was I at the time? I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, though. Yeah. So that is what she is accused of, and that's who he is representing. I'm just
Mm.
disappointed that they're not live streaming this case. This case deserved to be live streamed because I mean, it garnered national attention when those individuals gunned down that young man in Georgia. It was all over the news. So I think at least we should have. Now I sound very whiny. Now I sound like a whiny attorney. But I just know I think it would have made sense for everybody else to see what was happening. Um. So yeah, for that case, again, I've been following. It's not live stream, so I've been reading up on articles. Hopefully, I'll have a video this weekend. Okay, as far as these individuals though, they w- they were accused of gunning down a coach that went back to Georgia. I think they were just visiting family, and they were convicted. So here we are.
Count one. Excuse me. Count one, which is felony murder. Predicate act is aggravated assault. I sentence you to life without the
Oh,
possibility
and
of.
again, I tuned into this trial every once in a while, and they were talking. I don't know. I guess I need somebody from Atlanta to come up here. They were talking about gangs. They mentioned some of the same gangs that we heard in the Weissel trial, and they were talking about 21 Savage. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, it was a lot of gang talk in this trial.
Parole.
Hmm.
Count two, which is violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count one.
A lot of time.
Count three, violation of Street Gang and Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count
Dang.
two. Count 10, hijacking motor vehicle. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count three.
Mm.
Count 11,
Consecutive.
violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to
Life
count
sentence.
10. Count 12, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 11. Possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. I sentence you to 5 years consecutive to count 12. Count 14, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 13.
God damn.
Count 15, which is a violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 14. Mr. Collins, you have now been convicted of 15 felonies, but sentenced to 9 because 6 of them by operation of law
9
either
times
merge
20.
into the others or are vacated.
Mm.
I need to inform you, you have the right to seek post-judgment relief from your felony convictions by either filing a direct appeal to a higher appellate court or to file a motion for new trial. You have 30 days from the date I sign your sentence, which should be today or tomorrow, to file a motion for new trial to any or all of the felony charges. Mr. Clegg, are you going to file a motion for new trial and a notice of appeal? Certainly.
Mm.
Mm.
Certainly.
It's a lot of time.
He's
Mr.
got
Collins, you
180
also
years.
have 4 years from the date
Oh, were
your
you
sentence is.
keeping count?
I
I
was
was not
doing the
keeping count.
math. I was doing the math. That's 180 years.
Yeah, I was not keeping count, but oh, that's a death. That is pretty much the death sentence.
Is final to file a habeas corpus petition. And as Mr. Clegg requested, I will be appointing you an appellate lawyer.
Mm.
Your appellate attorney will explain these processes, but I wanted you to be
never
aware
heard
of the
that.
timeframes.
What?
Appellate, you heard that, lawyer? She's
What?
gonna appoint him an appellate.
Yeah, because
thing?
he's indigent. That means he doesn't have money.
Well,
And
I've never heard the judge say that to go take you straight to the appellate. Usually, you have to do that behind the bars once you, later.
I think she said that he can file hold on, he
On
can
the date your
file
sentence is final, to file a habeas corpus petition. And as Mr. Clegg requested, I will be appointing
Okay,
you.
so it's this attorney, his trial attorney requested the judge to appoint an appellate lawyer because they're appealing.
An appellate lawyer. Your appellate
They're, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're requesting a new trial.
attorney will explain these processes, but I wanted you to be aware of the timeframes. Anything else, Mr. Clegg? Okay, Mr. Collins can go with the deputies.
That's crazy. Did you hear that?
What did he say?
So the defendant looked back at the victim's family and said, I hope you're happy.
Okay, Mr. Collins can go with the deputies.
What did he do?
Huh?
What did he do?
He's convicted for murder.
How many people? All that time?
One individual.
Hmm?
One person, a coach. Not even just a coach. He's been described as a beloved coach. So it's somebody that meant something to the community.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, no.
The family of Mr. Coleman. The family of Mr. Coleman. The family of Mr. Coleman. Look at me. The family of Mr. Coleman. Honor Bradley Coleman here.
What are you talking about?
Honor Bradley Coleman. He is never coming back.
That is an insensitive thing to say to somebody. That is an insensitive. What makes her? What? She? What the hell? That is an insensitive thing to say to somebody who lost a loved one.
Right. Never coming back.
I mean, it's different if it's due to natural causes, but this is an unnatural way to die or lose a loved one. To have them killed when they are at a gas station, basically engaging in everyday activity, and to say that he's not coming back, that is just what the hell? Very insensitive of the judge.
Coleman, he is never coming back.
What the hell?
Nothing that happens in this courtroom is going to bring Bradley Coleman back.
So is she saying that the trial did not matter? Like, what?
It's just her eyes.
Yeah, that is, I don't know, a very insensitive remark. Insensitive remarks. Let's see. Let's see.
I saw that, Brooklyn. I saw that earlier. But
What did Brooklyn say?
The McBurney guy, because they had him all day.
Yeah, no, I watched McBurney. You guys know I love Judge McBurney. So I watched Judge McBurney earlier because obviously the West Coast, I had to wait. But while I was watching Judge McBurney, I observed the bail revocation hearing that they did. Okay, um, bail revocation is so difficult to win. From from a defense perspective, that's a difficult hearing to win. But obviously, the prosecution, they do have a lot of successes there, and that's what we saw in Judge McBurney today, or at least in his courtroom today. No, what I was saying about Judge McBurney's court proceedings today, there was an attorney by the name of, she went by Mrs. Thomas. Okay. I do not know if she was a public defender or appointed counsel. I don't think she was necessarily private attorney, because I don't think she would have been in the courtroom for that long. In any event, I thought she did a brilliant job, because after the bail revocation, I mean, she did lose the bail revocation. That was kind of expected, because they showed surveillance footage. Yeah, and he just looked, the defendant in that case, uh he was pretty much screwed, because he was on, no, I can't, did I say bail revocation? I'm sorry, I think he was
Hmm.
probation. He was on probation. He was on probation. No, parole. That's what he was on. He was on parole. He was resentenced to 10 years. Again, she lost, but she did an okay. It was difficult. I don't exactly know what she could have done for that revocation hearing, because that was a difficult case, because they had surveillance footage, and the client was pretty much caught. In any event, what I was talking about was that she had a bail. It was either a bail application or a bond hearing or application. Okay. And in that case, she did a phenomenal job for her client. Okay. Because there are folks on here, again, I'm deeply disappointed in the bail application that, I forgot her name, that Kayla Bumpus put on just a while back. And I maintained, I've done enough bail applications to know that that is not how you do a bail application. But
Right.
Mrs. Thomas put on a master class. Okay. She put on a master class on how to argue and advocate for your client. And again, I was getting worried about Fulton County, because what I've seen so far, no bueno. But Mrs. Thomas, she did a fantastic job. She did a phenomenal job in advocating for her client and representing her client. So that's what I liked about the Judge McBurney proceedings from today. Again, the reason why I don't share Judge McBurney's stuff on here is because when I first discovered him on his channel, they specifically tell you that you cannot share or reproduce any of what, because it's not just, listen, it's an actual courtroom. Okay, it might be virtual, but it's an actual courtroom. In order to be able to record in a courtroom, you need permission to do that, and that has been extended to social media. um I don't like problems. I don't go out creating problems, and I definitely don't want to be incarcerated. Would they come after me? Probably not. But do I want those problems? Absolutely not. So I don't go out of my way to create problems that I don't need. So that's why I don't share his material on here, because I'm well aware that it is prohibited. They don't want you sharing the material. I can do it with Law and Crime and Core TV, because obviously they have permitted cameras to be in the courtroom, and the information is shared freely. It would be different if there was some type of disclaimer that says don't share this information. Then I'll be up here just reading your news articles. Okay. That's what I would be doing. But yeah, Brooklyn, as far as Judge McBurney is concerned, I was really just praising um, Mrs. Thomas, because I thought that she did a very good job when it came to the bail application. She touched on classic, classic arguments that you find in a bail application or a bond application. Talked about employment, talked about her client not being a danger to the community. Talked about, did she touch on flight risk? I don't remember. I believe she also talked about housing, things of that nature. What's the name of his channel? That's exactly okay. It's Judge Mac Mac Bernie. There. And every once in a while he has interesting trials that go on there. Yeah, he has interesting trials. I remember this is past 11, but usually that's how it goes. There's a trial every once in a while. He has really interesting trials. Sometime around, I cannot remember the month. It has to be probably October. Around October, because the Weissel trial was still ongoing. There was a case on there, and I don't know, Atlanta's a different place. There was a case on there where the defendant was charged with he was charged with murder. He was charged with murder. But then they offered him during the actual trial. They offered him, I believe, it was 10 years or something along those lines. Here's what happened. This individual was charged with. They were initially charged with murder. They were convicted. They appealed. They succeeded on appeal. So they got a second trial. In the second trial, while testimony was undergoing, one of the star witness had, I think it was like a memory lapse or something. And because of that memory lapse, the prosecution decided to extend an offer, which would result in the defendant not serving any more time because at the time that he was granted a second trial, he had already served I think he had already served over a decade or maybe close to a decade. So they offered him a plea. He accepted the plea and then they moved on. But during sentencing, I cannot remember this man's name. During sentencing, he relayed that he actually worked or did some security work for Young Thug and he did some other stuff. The facts of the case were that it was a robbery gone bad, but all these people knew each other. The victim was targeted for drugs or something along those lines. Anyways, Judge McBurney's courtroom, he always has interesting trials, like not mainstream, but a lot of them are very interesting. A few months back as well, there was a trial about what was that man's name? Let me find it. Hold on. I just remember the victim's name in that case was Kenzie. The victim's name was Kenzie. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube. Judge, hold on, Judge McBurney. I think the victim's name was Kenzie. Mm. I know. I remember. I know it was a trial. Used to remember the the defendant's name. I think it started with a P or something along those lines. Um, it's gonna take me a while to find it, but yeah, there was an interesting trial. Here's what happened. The Okay, so some folks were in love, decided to start a relationship. Okay, it was this girl dated a guy that she met at her cousin. This is gonna sound complicated, but stick with me. She dated the victim's mother, dated a man, the defendant, and she met this individual at her cousin's birthday party. This individual was employed at McDonald's, and that's how the cousin and the defendant met. Okay. What happened here? Usually, I steer clear. I don't like dealing with cases where little kids are victims. Okay. Usually, I don't look at Jerome sending me all these hearts. Usually, I steer clear of those cases, but this was an interesting case. Okay, what happened? Oh, one of those days is actually going to be missing because the cameraman inadvertently showed the he showed some autopsy photographs. Okay, so these were really sensitive images because again, it was a little girl. I don't remember how old she was, but I think she was under 6. And if you know what an autopsy is, then you know what those images look like. Okay, so one of those trial dates had to be taken down. In any event, though, so these were the allegations. This woman was in a relationship with this man, and the man sounded like he had problems. And on occasions, the allegations were that he mistreated this little girl, Kenzie. Okay, on the night before the night before this girl was deceased, or maybe a few hours really, because the mother worked, it sounded like she worked for a plant, not a chicken plant, but it sounded like she worked for some type of plant. I just don't remember what kind of plant it was. um so typically the way that it would work is that she would be in bed with her daughter and this man, because again, this was a little girl. She was under 6. I just don't exactly remember how old she was. um and there came a time where she was frightened of the boyfriend or the defendant, and she did not want to be around him. Apparently, she also had some type of scars or marks, and it was revealed that these scars or marks were caused by the boyfriend or the defendant. Okay, so on the night or a few hours before the little girl passed away, the mother went to work. I believe the boyfriend dropped her off at work, and then he returned to the apartment. It was a very small apartment. If I remember correctly, it was a two-bedroom apartment. The one room was occupied by the decedent's mother, the boyfriend, and the little girl, and the other room was occupied by it was another relative. I would like to believe that it was the mother's brother, the girlfriend, and some kids. And then again, it's a small apartment. And in the living room, the individuals that were sleeping there were the decedent's older brother. He was not that much older. He was still a very young kid. So it was I'm getting goosebumps just talking about this case. So the people that were sleeping in the living room, the decedent's older brother, not that much older, and then older cousin. She was a teenager at the time. Um, so somewhere during the night, the boyfriend brings the almost lifeless body of this little girl to the
Mm.
people that are sleeping in the living room, and he basically places the girl between them. Okay. um and then apparently her she had labor breathing. The little girl had labor breathing. And Kelly, you're gonna remember. I know you're not on live, but if you do watch the, if you do watch the replay, you'll remember this case because I sent it to her. So let me find that text message. Hold on. Let me find the text message because I know I did. Um, I sent that to my friend. Hold on. Let me see, McBurney. Now I have to. There we go. So the case is called. The case is called This is the title of the actual video.
Where's
It
it
is
at?
this is on Judge Robert McBurney's channel. But here's the title. It's called Judge McBurney State v. Reynolds Trial. Okay, that is the name of the case. So if you have time and you want to take a look at the case, um, feel free to go take a look at it. And this is from 2 months ago. Oh, I was actually accurate. It's from October 31st. I just don't remember because this is what I shared with my friend. I don't remember if this was day one. Okay, so here's the text message that I sent her. I said, I'm watching Judge McBurney. A murder trial began yesterday, but it appears that the defendant is not entering a guilty plea. Okay, so let's see. Why did I send this to her on October 9th? I don't remember. Hold on, I'm getting distracted. No, no, no. The actual date is October 31st. Okay, so again, and I'm just looking at Judge McBurney's anyways, let me move on. So here's what happened. The little girl, as she was laying in the middle of her brother and the cousin, she had labor breathing. Somewhere within a few hours or whatever time span, it was very obvious that this girl had a hard time breathing. So they called 911. We tried to do some chest compressions, things of that nature. The little girl was deceased. Okay.
Oh
Um,
man.
so yeah, it was a heartbreaking case. It was a heartbreaking case, but every once in a while you do find interesting cases, like everyday cases on Judge McBurney. And that's why I like watching his channel, because his channel is not, it's just an ordinary case. It's pretty much an ordinary, it is probably not even probably, it is the honest depiction of what it's like being in a courtroom, either as a prosecutor, a I could say criminal defendants as well, a public defender, defense attorney. So what you see in that courtroom is everyday occurrences, a regular calendar. Some days it's just revocations. Other days it's a mixture, first arraignments, things of that nature.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, that's why I like
So
watching.
is McBurney in Georgia or
Yeah,
is that
Fulton
in
County.
he's in Georgia? Okay, okay.
Fulton County. He's in Fulton County. And
Gotcha.
I mean, why I like listening to Judge McBurney, or why I like his courtroom, is because he is a fair judge, and he appears to be very compassionate.
Is that the
So
same judge that when Bumpus was trying to
yeah,
get Yak out
right,
and they popped up with that probation shit
right.
stuff?
That is the same judge. That is Judge
All right.
McBurney's courtroom.
All right,
Yep.
all right. He
Yeah.
tried. He wanted to let him out that day, but he couldn't. Yeah, I like him. I like him because the probation came in the last time because he was about to say give him good news, and I could see in his face that he was like, "Damn, are y'all serious?" Because
Yeah.
he was like, "Yo, make sure." He was like, "Make sure that because he wanted to have a good day." And he
I
was
don't
like,
know
make
about all
sure.
that. I don't know about
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
Jerome.
well, he just made it seem like, oh, y'all sure. They had to confirm it because it seemed like he was about to make a good day.
I don't
And
know
then
about that.
they came at the last minute and he was like, well, my hands are tied
But for
now.
that, let's get this clear, okay? When it comes to a bail application or a bond application,
I
uh,
know, I know, I know already.
no,
All
no,
right,
no.
but
Let me just get this
I
out.
know, but you're right. But I know what you going. Can I just say this?
What do you
Is
think I'm
that
gonna say? Let's start
because
there. What do you think I'm gonna say?
you said Kayla should have known that before it
Yeah,
all went.
because it's her application. And that's why I really want people to go out and go take a look. People need to go watch the proceedings from today. Fast forward, I don't know. It's going to be after, because when I tuned in, the I think it was probation revocation, or was it parole? I don't know. There was a revocation going on. But sometime maybe within 30 minutes, they bring up this bail application. I need people to go out and actually tune into that and watch that. That
Let me
is
write
a
it down. Say it
cutaway.
again. I gotta write it down. Come on, I'm in the mix too. You're a lawyer. I'm trying to keep up with
Yeah,
you.
I just
What
put
was
his
it?
name. I put his name on the screen, but I want people to go out there. Again, the attorney's name, I don't remember. I think she was a public. Shout out to all public defenders. I think she's a public defender. Um, but right after this bail, not bail. Right after this probation revocation, she put on a very good. She zealously advocated for her client. She stuck to, she made legal arguments, and I always like legal arguments. I like legal arguments.
Hmm.
So, that was a good example of what a bond application or a bail application should look like, not the rest of this TV stuff. And again, this is part of my problem a little bit with Joe Takapina. It's one thing, like, the only reason, to me, the only reason why an attorney should try to try a case in, the court of public opinion, or the only reason why they should come up with, I don't know, some antics where they're involving the media, when you're losing. If you have nothing else to work with, I completely understand why you would resort to such measures. But if you have an actual argument, then argue the law, okay? Like do something. Show people why you graduated from Harvard before.
Yeah, have fun, like a cat in the
So,
mouse.
yeah, but I mean, again, Mrs. Thomas, I thought she did a phenomenal job today. So that's, and I think actually now that I think about it, Brooklyn, that was a filibuster. Okay, I think you just wanted me. You know, I don't stop talking. I think Brooklyn and Jerome are
Brooklyn is a
working
G.
together. He
Yeah,
knows that.
well, Brooklyn is a G for one. For
Yeah.
two, for two, I am his intern. I'm his intern.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
his intern. Yeah, because Chad Dickey is in there too. We all in the same law
Yeah,
office.
you guys are always ganging up on me. So
JT, we all JT. Can't forget JT now, because JT, she was the original lawyer.
she's the original co-counsel.
Me and her. Yeah, we was
Yeah.
watching. Me, you, her, Allie. But you know, but we all family. But
Right.
JT, man, JT started all of this. 'Cause JT, I actually like like JT. In my opinion, I would say like because JT is like.
Jerome finished talking.
I'm just gonna say this just for JT, because Diggy, I love her too, but JT, it seems like she is like the closest thing as a female to me.
Oh,
She's
okay.
like the female me, and man, it's like we always gotta make sure JT is good, y'all. We
All
always
right.
gotta make sure. So,
All
because
right, Jerome.
I'm just saying, she's just, I live a good life, but she just seems like she is like very genuine, like
Jerome, you
me.
aren't saying anything.
I'm just saying, she's just like me. If you don't like me, you don't like JT. If you don't like JT, you ain't gonna like me. I
Oh,
think me
okay.
and her are cut from the same cloth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Shout out JT, shout out
Shout
JT.
out to Big Cuzzo. All
Yeah,
right, folks.
I love her, I
Let's
love her.
call it a night. It's 11:31. Let's call it a night. And now that I think about it, I think the best nights for me to, be able to go live on, late, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, just because I go to work later on Wednesday and Friday. So I can, after I get my baby on the bus, I can still come up here and talk some mess. So, all
So you said
right.
Tuesdays or Thursdays, so that'd be another meeting. We have to think about that because you know what I mean. Because this right here, Esso, I'm gonna say
What?
this, and I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
What?
Remember when I told you when we first started out, when I was like, "Flesh of the God," you didn't even know who Flesh of the Gods was.
No, it's Diggy that told me about him.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you remember how we started, and then
Right.
remember when I was like, "Man, it don't make sense." I remember that night when I'm talking to you just like I'm talking to you right now. When it ain't too many people in here, it'll be the replay. But I was like, "Yo, it don't make sense. It don't make sense." And then you didn't even know, and then I knew Chad Diggy probably did it, and it just came in to where because you just don't know how many people SO that got love for you. There's people that actually that you don't know that's trying to get to know you. So you got to think about that one.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people that's curious about you. You ain't even in the circles like Chad Diggy, man, Flash, FFS, Laugh. Oh man, Jazzy, man. We in these YouTube streets. You ain't really in there yet. So you could take your gift and man, and then you're a lawyer.
Jerome.
You just have to be smart with this, SO, because
Uh,
truthfully, you could be. You're my age, okay?
Okay.
And and for you to be a lawyer, you done been in New York. Because I know you've been in New York. You don't like to say, I know you've been in New York. And
I don't know. I
hey,
don't
what
recall.
about can I say one thing? What you
What?
know about PG? What you know about PG?
Big shout out to PG County.
All right. When you said PG, I said, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing else to her no more.
Well, you're talking right now. So you're talking
But
right.
I know, I love you. I love you, girl. And you get now is your closing statements. But I love you. And I know, but I'm telling you, that's all. You sitting on a gold mine.
All right. All right, Big Jerome. Big
I'm
Jerome. Thank
telling
you
you, you're
for the
sitting on
support.
a gold mine. I'm telling you.
I appreciate the support and I love you. I love you deeply. Okay. You have no idea. Like you in Brooklyn and like our core
Brooklyn.
base, you guys have no idea how much I adore you. Like Cali. Uh Here's the thing. I, no
Oh,
matter
Cali.
what I put out, I know that you guys will always be here to support me. So
Yeah.
for all you know, I could be out here cooking. I don't know what I would be cooking. But I truly I do appreciate the support. I appreciate the support.
But
And
the
then
thing about it is that you are like, you appreciate the support. But let me tell you,
oh, okay.
it's like your accent, how you talk.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I'm saying that goes a long way. You laughing when it's real.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's like, if like with like how you're doing now, and if you could expand it, man.
Expanded how
There's no
Jerome,
there
I need to go.
because
You have no idea.
there's nobody that's doing what you're doing, because I be in these streets just like everybody, like our family.
What happened to Jerome? Did he cut out? Jerome, what happened to you? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to come back up here. Otherwise, I'm about to go disturb this man. About to disturb this man. And again, Brooklyn, this is going back to earlier today, where you said that most folks that follow these trials, they're skewed more towards defense, and I appear to be skewed more towards prosecution. I place a lot of my emphasis. Again, I'm not screaming free nobody. Okay, that's not no. We're not doing that over here. I don't do that over here. You won't hear me talk about any of you just won't hear me talk about any of these things that are associated with gangs, anything of that nature. No, not it's not my style. But in any event, um, impartiality goes a long way. But what
Am
I
I
do
in here
bring,
or no?
you still here. What I do bring is actual trial experience. What were you saying?
I wasn't saying nothing.
Rob,
I
you
was
are giving me a reference, okay? You're telling me what
yeah.
a
I
lovely
forgot. I
person I
forgot.
am.
I forgot. I forgot. You was disagreeing with Brooklyn, so let's go
No,
back
I
to
was not
Brooklyn and
disagreeing.
what
I
you
was
was
just saying
disagreeing.
something. I don't disagree on here. What were you saying? I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's not a real live unless Jerome is going in and out. In any event, big shout out to PG County. Okay, shout out to PG County. Shout out to all the public defenders. Shout out to Walmart as always. I've ironed. Okay, before I came on the live, I had already ironed because I did not know how long this live was gonna go. I planned on ending the live at 11 p.m. We're getting into midnight, but I do have tomorrow. I'm not too worried because I get to I stay in the office longer. We can hear you. Why are you tapping your phone? What's going on? I don't know. I don't know.
You're
You're Jerome. You're
Jerome.
cutting
You're
in and
cutting
out.
in and out.
Now I can hear
Now I can
myself.
hear myself. I think you be zapping me. I think
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's
I
on
think you
me.
be zapping me. But it always works on every other channel. It's you be
That is
zapping me.
not me. That is not me. You just don't want to go, and you're trying to keep me up here. You're trying to keep me up here, but
No, no, no. You actually did great. And truthfully, I love you like always, and you did great tonight.
I love you too,
I
Jerome.
I think it's a lot of people gonna be mad because Flesh, they people.
I don't know. Something's going on at Jerome. I know Jerome needs better signal. Why is Oklahoma? Oh, I thought they were playing. You guys know I'm always watching what's the stuff? Women's the W, not the WNBA. I mean, I do watch the WNBA sometimes, but I watch women's college basketball. So that's my thing. I know, Jerome, come up here, say your goodbyes, and let's get going. I wanna go bother my man. Jerome, I'm giving you a minute. If you're not up here in a minute, Brooklyn and I are about to disappear. Okay. And I think you probably have a timer. You probably have a timer on your phone. You probably have a timer on your phone. Let's see. What is Brooklyn saying? Okay. Ooh. All right. Oh. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Brooklyn, I read your message. I'll reply to that. I have so much going on. Oh shoot. I forgot to reply to Ali. That is not good.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
Um,
What were you saying?
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You say you can't.
I can hear you. A closing argument. Let's go, please.
Good night.
All right, there we go. There we go. We almost made 3 hours. I mean, it's actually much longer than that if we do count the live stream from earlier. All right, folks. Calling it a night. I'm gonna schedule the live now. Let me see. Tomorrow's live.
Oh
What
shit.
time do we want to start? Let me think. Mm, 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 mm.
And
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
schedule for 6:30. Let's go six. Does that give me enough time to come here and take a shower, though? Let's go with 6:45. I think that's a safe time. Yeah, 6:45. If I'm done sooner, no, if I'm done sooner, I'm just gonna, eat. If I'm done sooner, I'm gonna eat, to read emails, or do something. So 6:45 tomorrow. We'll get through the rest of what's his name again? What's this guy's name? Rally. We'll get through Rally's testimony, and then when they start tomorrow, I guess I'm going to summarize as much as I can, and I'll come up here with my pointers, so we're not spending too much time on this. In any event, I am off. Jerome, Brooklyn, thank you guys for the support. Shout out to the replay crew. I love you guys. You guys are fantastic, and I'm definitely out. Okay, Jerome, Jerome, I'm out. That's my closing. That's my closing. So I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. All right, let's go.